are anything but straightforward, right? If you are a City fan. Wow. The feelings are just so much about nervousness for me. Yes, I would say more than excitement, it's nervous for me. This is this is it. This is what we have been building up to for the last 5 6 months. The last time we lost was what, December the 4th or something like that, to Aston Villa, and after that, after that we have just gone on some insane runs. I know we have drawn a couple there, but we have gone on some insane runs. The interesting change today, as you can see, is Rodri is playing on his own, and it's Doku who's starting. So that's something interesting for me, especially because I thought with the threat West Ham poses on the counter, I thought Kovacic would be useful. But I don't know. I was just speaking to a friend of mine who's a City fan as well a while ago, and he was a couple of minutes ago, and he was telling as well that maybe I think Kovacic should have been there instead of Doku, just to calm the nerves down, just to keep the ball and stuff. But maybe I think Pep Guardiola plans to bring. I mean, I'm glad first of all that Pep didn't just remove Kovacic and put Julian Alvarez in there in the middle. That would have been catastrophic, to be honest. Gautam is here. Hey Gautam, how are you doing, mate? How are you feeling today, Gautam? How are you feeling? Nervous, excited? What is it? What are the feelings? I'm nervous to start with, which most of the City fans are, I think, at any final day. Nervous, little bit excited, all of those feelings coming through, to be honest. Uh, lot of City fans with the banners and everything there, but guys, let me make clear to you, today is the chance of immortality. Today is the chance which we might not get in a long, long time. 4 Premier League titles in a row. No one has achieved that. This is the chance to go down in the history of the Premier League as the greatest team that has ever played this league. We have the history of going down as one of the greatest ever teams in Europe's top 5 leagues, alongside your 0809 Barcelona's and that stuff. That's alongside your Milans of Fabio Capello, alongside your Juventus's during that period of 2000s when Antonio Conte was dominating. All of those things. Today is a chance to etch ourselves into immortality, become immortal. We have become immortal last season by winning the treble, but this is, I think, even a step towards beyond immortality, because United did the treble, but no one has done the 4 in a row. So this is beyond immortality for me. This is, I mean, I don't think this is the time to be nervous and do any of that stuff. Just get the job done. That's what I would say to the team. Gautam saying nervously excited. Gautam looks like everyone's having the same feeling, nervously excited. Being a City fan, I just think you cannot take away the nerves from us. The nerves are always there from us. Nervously excited. Bayaji says, let's start on the front foot and don't stop until 3 goals up. And Bayaji, West Ham में एक तो अपना ही खेल रहा है. There is Lucas Paqueta who is already playing, who is already. I'm sure he'll come to us in the next in the summer transfer window. So I think what Lucas Paqueta will do is before the start of the game he'll maybe go to Pep and Juan Malilo and once again take his blessings. So opposition में भी I think एक तो हमारा बंदा ही खेल रहा है, Lucas Paqueta. I mean, we all will have an eye on the Everton Arsenal game as well, and the other such games. But it's interesting that Kyle, all of the players are bringing in little children as well, holding them, trusting way. Gautam says Arsenal have won their final Premier League game of the season more often than any other side. 22, including the last 12 in a row. Bayaji says, come on, Everton. Gautam says, no side has lost their final game of the Premier League season more often than Everton 14. Interesting stats, Gautam. Very interesting stats. Gautam says Arsenal have lost just one of the last 27 Premier League home games against Everton, going down 1-0 in April 2021. I mean, Gautam, of all those stats, I think we have Rodri's stat. When was the time Rodri lost a game? When was the time Rodri lost a game? It was Spurs away in 2022, I think. It's almost 71 games that Rodri has not lost a single game. So, I was just looking at the fixtures in a row, the last six fixtures in a row. Let us once recount the last six fixtures we have played, including this one. The last six fixtures were we had Nottingham away, Crystal Palace at home, Wolves at home, Fulham away, Spurs away, and then West Ham at home. I mean, if I ask you to if I ask you guys to rate these fixtures in the order of highest difficulty to the lower one, where would you put this fixture with West Ham at home? The last six fixtures that I told. If you ask me, I think I would say Nottingham. I would say Spurs away was the most difficult one of our last six fixtures due to the curves and whatever we had at that ground. Then Nottingham Forest away was very difficult because they were fighting relegation at that point of time, and it was Nunes, Petros, Santos. It was very difficult. Fulham away for me was the third most difficult fixture. Then Palace at home due to the form they were in coming into it, and then Wolves at home and West Ham at home is kind of in the last six fixtures. This comes down to probably one of the least difficult games if you actually look at it. I mean, I think if you look at it with that perspective, it is actually very interesting. Kudus and Paketa probably will play strike. Bayaji says yes, Rodri streak is greater than everything. Interesting, Bowen's not even listed in. Interesting, Bowen's not listed in the substitutes as well, if I'm not wrong. And Doku is playing. I mean, it's listed that Doku will play on our right, but which means Cresswell is the, I mean, Emerson is the left back, but you know where Doku will play. He'll play between the channel of Cresswell and Emerson. So that is something which maybe the slow pace of Cresswell is why Pep Guardiola has got Doku in. Vaya, this is Ariola better not get into GOAT mode. Better Stefan Ortega get into GOAT mode, Bayaji. And I hope it's not needed, to be honest. And better not us concede any free kicks to James Ward-Prowse. I mean, honestly, when it was 45 minutes at the Spurs City game, I think we all were thinking we need to beat West Ham. I think we had that conversation as well here that we need to beat West Ham by at least 8 goals, 9 goals if possible. When Son was going through on goal, you probably had that thought lingering over there, maybe that you needed to beat West Ham by that amount of goals just to win the league on goal difference. Why change that approach? Why just do we? Why don't we just go bang bang at the start of it and give all our fans a early party to get into? The match has kicked off. This is it, guys. 90 minutes to immortality. 90 minutes for us to go to a place where no other team in the Premier League has ever gone. Etihad Stadium, at home in front of your fans. Can we do it? Can we reach a place no other Premier League team has even dared to dream? Forget has gone to. This is how far we have come. Josko Guardiola, Phil Foden's in the middle already in the pockets. I just have a feeling that Mateo Kovacic could have been so much more useful in this game. Jeremy Doku, Phil Foden, Kyle Walker, Bernardo Silva, Phil Foden. Ah! Phil Foden has scored! What a baron! Wow! Phil Foden! Wow! Come on! What a sentence Phil Foden at those shots! Come on, Phil! One of our own already! It's not even 1 minute on the clock! Arsenal fans would not even have settled into the Emirates Stadium, and already Phil Foden has scored! Wow! You are the original sniper, Phil. What a goal by Phil Foden there. This is wonderful from Phil Foden. Just look at it. Look at the touch. Look at the finish into the top corner. भैया this is फोर्डन ने फोड़ दिया. फोर्डन ने आर्सेनल का दिल भी फोड़ दिया भैया जी. Wow. What a goal that is. What a goal. Straight into the top corner. Kandanya is here. He says this has been a season of Foden bangers, and exactly that goal as well, Kandanya. What do you do as a goalkeeper with that goal? Straight into the top corner. I think against Everton, he scored in the same way when we were 1-0 down. I think he scored in the same way against United when we were 1-0 down. But here, Phil Foden has just scored a banger there to upgrade it. Wow. To open the scoring. Wow, Phil. Wow. Pep is still not happy with something. He's telling Bernardo, come on, City. This is a chance to go immortal. Let us not put in jeopardy. This is the chance to अमर होने का opportunity है. अमर हो जाएंगे history में. City and all of its fans. Come on. Let us go for the 2 and 3. Let us actually go for 2 and 3. Like Bayaji mentioned. Let's go for the kill. Let's give our fans a chance to celebrate early with the party in halftime as well. Let the fans get some drinks at halftime as well. Just go for the kill, guys. Go for the kill. That goal was out of nowhere, to be honest. Bayaji says this is why he's player of the season. And there were some big YouTube creators there, United fans, and who were like big YouTube creator. And what he said was, it will be a disgrace if someone in light blue said, especially Phil Foden gets the player of the season. You wanted Palmer or someone to be, or Declan Rice even to be player of the season. Just don't understand the bias there. Let us not allow West Ham to settle here. Let us score the second. Let us score the second. JSK says he scores bangers like Palmer scores pens. By the way, JSK, what are your comments on Ortega saving our ass? What are your comments on the Ortega versus Son? The skin Ortega's displayed Spurs away because I know Ortega's your man. You have always wanted Ortega in the team. How did you feel, JSK? Please describe it to us. How did you feel when Son was going through on goal, and just tell us about your experiences. Because Ortega is your man. Always supported him. Phil Foden. JSK says make him number one already. I just think this is a situation like Claudio Bravo and Ter Stegen JSK. I think we need to keep both of them, and City working it well. Jeremy Doku, lot of space. Ah, Lot of space with Jeremy Doku. Just the Semi Martinez World Cup feeling. It was almost the same, right? When Kulumuani went on goal and threw on goal for France and Emi Martinez scored. It was just the same match that. Especially I think with Heung-min Son's record. JSK says in knockout matches Ortega is much more important. West Ham are on the attack. Kevin De Bruyne does extremely well. Jeremy Doku, Josko Guardiol. That is a great shot by Kevin De Bruyne and well stopped by Areola. Phil Foden is just in beast mode right now. Jeremy Doku. I think realistically, if we had to score 9 goals there, I think we could have honestly. Bernardo Silva, Kyle Walker, Kevin De Bruyne, Phil Foden. Ah, Josko Guardiol does extremely well there. And City get the ball back. Rodri, Bernardo Silva, Kevin De Bruyne, Kyle Walker. Come on, guys, let us go for the second. Jeremy Doku, Phil Foden gets the ball again. Antonio is visibly looking frustrated there. That's a foul. That's a free kick for City. That's a free kick for City. Josko Guardiol and Phil Foden are just playing on beast mode. They are just playing superbly there. We need to score a second, guys. 1-0 on the final day. Anything could happen. I think we need to score. JSK says, by the way, about right back, City is interested in Frimpong, but the journalist JSK is not so reliable. And JSK says, but personally, I want Livramento. I honestly think JSK at this moment, I think to bring in a we should be looking to bring in a right back in the profile of Josko Guardiola. I think that is a template, which means he is excellent defensively, but offensively as well is very good. I know Josko Guardiola is one of a kind and stuff, but he's a generational talent. West Ham are up the pitch, and now those West Ham players have to run back. But Jeremy Frimpong, for me, he just cannot defend for the life of him. So I think if we are going for Jeremy Frimpong, it means we are going to play him as a fullback. I'm sorry, as a wing back. He ain't a right back, to be honest. So we are switching to a back three system, I think. So that is the indication if we are going for Jeremy Frimpong. Rodri. Come on, guys, let us go and get the second. But Liverman, given the ball away, and it's a counter attack for West Ham. And it's a West Ham free kick. Haaland does well over there. Let us just see the scores in the other game as well. Spurs have scored and Forest have scored, and that's it. There's no other news coming through. JSK says only Reece James is there who can defend and attack, but well, but guys spend most of the time in hospital. Do not want another Benjamin Mendy situation, I think. But yeah, Reece James was the perfect this thing. Pedro Porro for me, JSK. Pedro Porro also was one of the perfect replacements for Kyle Walker, to be honest. But then again, I think what will be the system is very important because we are having a bit of a nervy moments here, giving the ball away cheaply and stuff after that goal. Apart from the goal and the first 6 7 minutes, I do not think we have been as clinical. Come on, guys, let us get the second goal. That is well defended. Nervy moments for us, guys. Absolutely nervy moments. These are all absolutely nervy moments there. I think it was Kudus who was through on goal, or it was Lucas Paqueta who was through on goal. We have to get the second, guys. We have to get the second here. We have to get the second and third. Like Bayaji said, at least 3-0 by half time. Nervy moments here again. Pep Guardiola will be absolutely furious by the way we are playing. Not at all good. Not good at all. The first 10 minutes we have been good, but after that we have been shite. Defensively, we are all over the pitch. Rodri, Manuel Akanji, Kevin De Bruyne, Jeremy Doku. What a save from Ariola. Doku had it on target. What a save that was from Ariola. What a save that was. That was going in, I think. Great save from Ariola. To be honest, it was straight at him. Either corner, and that would have been a goal for us. But we need the second, guys. We need the second. Bernardo Silva on the left hand side. Jeremy Doku there gets to the ball. Good shot at the near post by Jeremy Doku. This is excellent play by Jeremy Doku. I'll just switch on the charger of the laptop and come. Yes. Still, my nervousness won't go until we have scored the second. 5 attempts from City and 5 on target. Ah! Chance that opened up. That's a chance for Rodri. That was a chance for Rodri. That opened up. Rodri had to score over there. That was a chance for Rodri. Should have gone the far post. Rodri should have gone the far post there. There was so much space. Rodri should have gone to the far post with that, to be honest. What kind of stupid defending is that? I mean, we have not at all been good guys after the first 10 minutes. We've been playing shit from the last 5 minutes. I know Doku chances, Rodri shot. It's amazing that you have shit 6 shots in the first 17 minutes and all the 6 are on target. I honestly think if we had to score 9 goals, we would score those 9 goals. Jeremy Doku. And City score again! Wow! Phil Foden! Phil Foden says I am there! Phil Foden scores the second! Come on, Phil! What a strike rate from Phil Foden! 2 shots, 2 goals! He is the OG! He's the OG sniper! He's the sniper in Manchester! And you are right, you are right. You're right, Gotham. I think was it Gotham who said that? Not Foden scores bangers like Palmer scores penalties. I think it was JSK who said that he scores bangers like Palmer scores penalties. I mean, if Palmer had 11, 12 goals of the 20 goals in penalties, Phil Foden, how many? Is it his 19th goal or 20th goal of the season? I'll have to check. Oh, none of them are penalties. And most of them are outside the box. What a goal that is. Come on, Phil, one of our own. Can Phil Foden score an early hat trick? I genuinely think if he had to score 9, we could have scored 9, guys. Genuinely think it. Genuinely think that even if we have to play the Spurs Stadium, we could have done it. We could have scored 9. What a goal by Phil Foden there. Super. Come on, Phil, one of our own. Always our own. Come on. Gautam says that was magically impeccable. And still they question and still they question how can you give the player of the season award to Phil Ford and you should give it to Cole Palmer or Declan Rice and stuff. Still those people question. I don't know why. Bayaji says this that dribbling lesson by Guardiola, he can't be a defender for sure. Even the people pressing him were shocked, Bayaji, there because that close control, that dribbling. I think Peppers, you know, Bayaji, वो जो snipers रहते हैं ना, the snipers are camouflaged so that the target doesn't know they are there. Army में snipers रहते हैं ना, so I think Guardiola is that. Pep Guardiola has camouflaged Guardiola and got everyone into thinking he's a defender, but he's something else. The only thing Bayaji missing in Guardiola's game is crosses. If Guardiola can get the crosses going, he's a future Ballon d'Or winner. I think after Fabio Cannavaro, he'll become the next defender to win the Ballon d'Or. That's how good Guardiola is. सब कुछ है उसके पास. I think he has attributes which a lot of wingers don't have. For example, he can dribble well, he can keep the ball. A lot of attacking players don't have the attributes which Guardiola has. And by the way, he's a part-time attacker. Full-time, I don't know what he does full-time, but he's a part-time attacker and part-time defender. Full-time क्या करता है वो मुझे अभी भी पता नहीं. Gautam says he can hit bangers, he can hit classy goals, he can make things happen when nothing works. And also Gautam, you look at the situations when Foden has hit those goals for us. Everton 1-0 down. I think it was Everton away 1-0 down. A very, very tough situation. Phil Foden comes up with the banger. Brentford away 1-0 down. Brentford away 1-0 down. And even Tony and Neil Maupay up top, it was looking, and we had to win that match. Phil Foden goes on and scores a hat trick. Real Madrid 1-0 down. Real Madrid 1-0 down. Banger again. Manchester United 1-0 down. Erling! The touch let Erling Haaland down over there. I mean, at least 4-5 मैच प्रीमियर लीग में एटलीस्ट 4 मैच जीता है फिल फोर्डन ने चैंपियंस लीग एटलीस्ट 2 of them. He has made us come back. Premier League 4 to 5 matches. Phil Foden on his own has won it for us. Which other player has the strike rate that he has gone and won 5 matches for us on his own in the Premier League? Jeremy Doku. I thought that just went in. Doku to fadra yaar. Doku is just on another level. It should have been a Doku hat-trick already. I know this shot wasn't good, but Doku will become a beast next season. Bhaiya, this is Paketa witnessing firsthand what is missing in his career. Bhayaji, what else is missing is Paketa. I was just seeing the highlights of match when Doku scores and is doing the gritty dance. I think when if Paketa comes to us, he could do the gritty dance together with Jeremy Doku. Just imagine Doku or Paketa, gritty dance, Sath and Akanji. 3 of them do gritty dance together. And how did Erling Haaland not score there? Guys, how did Erling Haaland not score there? That would have been match over. Kaise? How did Erling Haaland not score there, guys? How did Haaland not score there? Don't know about that. Bernardo Silva. Oh, Phil Foden again! This time it's way out from the box. This is getting ridiculous now with Phil Foden. Ball ही नहीं मिल रहा West Ham को, but if that went in, that was just ridiculous. Phil Foden would have been borderline, not human. Bhaiya ji says, "अरे यार, Erling Haaland missing sitters this season." यार भैया जी Erling Haaland का ना 40 गोल हो जाते हैं इस सीजन अगर वो सिटर्स मिस नहीं करता और टाइटल रेस भी और टाइटल रेस भी अब तक खत्म हो जाती चेल्सी के साथ कितना सिटर्स मिस किया अर्लिंग हालैंड स्पर्स के साथ the return leg how many sitters did he miss but I think on the contrary I think we have to give praise to Erling Haaland as well. Against Nottingham Forest, tough game. It was 1-0. Forest were having chances left and right. Haaland came and scored that one chance which we got. Brentford at home, 0-0, 75th minute. We never looked like scoring. Ayer slips, Erling Haaland goes through and scores. I think we have to appreciate that Erling Haaland has scored some pretty difficult goals in 10 situations for us as well, I think, this season. Fulham at home, 1-0 up. Fulham were having chances left, right, and centre. And Erling Haaland scores a hat trick. Bayaji says he just needed to stand there and ball would have rebounded in the goal. He could have walked the ball into the goal, Bayaji, to be honest. That's how simple it was. But we need the third goal, guys. We need the third goal. Need the third goal. But genuinely, guys, I think if we needed 7 or 8, we could have scored 7 or 8 here at the Etihad. For sure. If the Spurs away was a draw, we could have scored 7 or 8 here. I'm convinced just looking at this performance. Bayaji says that miss against United at home. भाई जी वो मिस ना यूनाइटेड के साथ हालैंड ने किया फिर भी ये टफ था। यूनाइटेड के साथ जो मिस उसने किया, म्यूजियम, एक म्यूजियम बना के रखना चाहिए। And you can even charge an entry ticket for it, like 1,000 rupees, and still people would buy it. That's how bad that miss was. What is this? Everyone's just trying long range bangers. With the United miss, I think the ball went in slow motion. The pass was so good that it just, I think Foden pass, chested the header there. De Bruyne to Foden, Foden chested the header there. It went in slow motion, and you could see the reactions of Onana, Varane, everyone who was defending there. Everyone thought it was a goal. Ah, what is it? We are just trying to score one long range banger after the other. What is it? 26 minutes and already 10 shots on 10 shots, and I think at least 4 or 5 shots are on target. And this is also on target. I think we have 8 shots and at least 6 of them are on target. This is a great run rate. It's a corner for us. We need to get the third, guys. Get the third, break the hopes of West Ham, break the hearts of Arsenal fans. Free header, but Guardiola didn't direct it. I think Guardiola के goal बनता है. JSK says, by the way, Jeremy Doku finally stepped up. He has been stepping up, JSK, in the last in the running. Jeremy Doku has been magnificent. The Forest game he was not good, but generally I think all of the other games, and the Forest game was due to the system that Forest was playing. Nothing on Jeremy Doku, but Jeremy Doku has been so good. He has just been so good in the running. I think in the Spurs game, Jeremy Doku was single-handedly responsible for. Yes, Ortega was there, but Doku just relieved the pressure with that turn. And when you see the penalty that Doku got as well against Poro, Doku's intentions were to get the penalty out of Pedro Poro. He was never going for goal. I just think we need to add Lucas Paqueta to this team. Jeremy Doku again. What is it? Guys, everyone's just trying long range shots. JSK says Livramento is the one. Gautam says exactly. I too like Livramento style. But I know JSK has been a fan of Livramento for long. It's I think before the start of the season as well, JSK was mentioning Livramento's name here. My only problem with Livramento is Doku loses the ball. Is Livramento as powerful in one-on-ones as Kyle Walker? Can Livramento go up one-on-one against a Vinicius Junior? Can Livramento go up one-on-one against a Sunny, uh, Nabri, a Rodrigo? I think those are the standards we are talking. I think because the Premier League and the Champions League as well. Where do teams hurt City? Through the center, it's not as easy to hurt City because you ideally have Rodri, you have the two centre backs protecting. Teams don't have goalkeepers who can find strikers in the middle, in between both the centre backs, and so teams attack on the wings. So we need someone who is one of the best in the world in terms of those duels. Is Livramento that? I think the answer to the question will be, is Livramento good enough to go up against Vinicius Junior and stuff? Is he ready? That is the question for me. Haaland's through, and Haaland missed again. Guys, ये क्या हो रहा है हालैंड के साथ? कितना मिस करेगा? How much will he miss? How much will he miss? How much? He was offside. That is fine. He was offside. I'm just checking the scores of all of the other teams. Interesting for the Spurs team. Kulusevski scores a goal and its son assist. That's a great ball, and Jeremy Doku. It didn't fall for him. Palace scores a goal and Mateta with the goal. Chelsea scores a goal and Casido scores the goal. Interesting how the matches are going. Gautam says it's an offside. Why Jesus Erling Haaland denied Josko assist? Yeah, I mean it was offside, right? But you see the vision of Josko Guardiola there as well. He is not a defender. A defender है ही नहीं. He is not at all a defender. Who is it in the stands? Is it Calvin Phillips in the stands? But but you just look at the you just look at the vision of Josko Guardiola there. Vision, dribbling, close control, one on one is a beast. I think in the middle of Ortega saves, Jeremy Doku assist, Kevin De Bruyne assist in the Spurs match. I mean, the thing that Haaland's penalty, the thing that got lost is all of these things are important, but for me, the thing that got lost is I think it was in the first half. Son made a moment just like Erling Haaland, and Brendan Johnson actually was free out wide to find Son, and then Josko got Johnson crosses it, and Josko Guardiola does an amazing block. Josko Guardiola's defensive performances just been superb this season. Gautam says my personal pick for right back would be Hakimi. Just score one more, guys, and then we can get the party going. One more, guys, one more. But Hakimi is difficult. Hakimi actually is difficult. PSG has lost Mbappe. I think there's no way that PSG will lose Hakimi as well. PSG will, but Hakimi would have just been something else. The pressing from City has been superb today. JSK's best option is build up Rico Lewis physically. I think he's just 18, so I think he'll be growing in the next 3 years. But JSK says he got the pace already. It will take time. Rico is too young, but I don't think Gotham. I don't think Rico Lewis is a right back. Rico Lewis for me is someone who can play that box to box midfielder role brilliantly. I think Ortega does extremely well there. Again, a ball over the top, and Antonio was in. And it's a City throw in. Well done. We need to get the third, guys. Or third, क्या fourth भी हो जाता. I mean, okay, that was offside. Third तो easy था. Good run by Antonio. Third तो easy था यार. Third तो easy था. Erling Haaland should have scored that. One more chance. Will we not get one more chance? Is what I'm looking at. Josko Guardiola. I see Rico Lewis as being as someone who can be a Gundogan replacement for us. I know it may not be evident right now, but if you see the way he goes and attacks the box, the runs he makes the box against Crystal Palace, the goal that Rico Lewis scored, Crystal Palace at home, Lewis scored the second goal. If you see that goal, I mean it has all the hallmarks of a player who's extremely intelligent and who can make the runs into the box perfectly. I think Rico Lewis is doing what Gundogan probably was able to do when he was 26, 27. Rico Lewis is doing it in 17, 18. JSK says, where did you learn Hindi? In South, it's looked as a foreign language. I know JSK, but in Hyderabad, it's a little bit different. We have something called as Hyderabadi Hindi. So, so that's where I learned it. So Hyderabad has a population of a lot of lot of Muslims, and that culture's there. So the Urdu, this thing, it's not exactly Hindi, but the way we speak here is a mix of Urdu and Hindi. So in school and stuff, from friends, that's where I learned. I think in South Hyderabad is the only place where you'll actually see that influence of Hindi. I don't think in any other state they speak Hindi as much. They don't. Amazon with the ball. This is looking dangerous. Ah, that is a good save from Ortega there. We need to score the third. This Erling Haaland ka bachkanapan is over now. We need to score the third, guys. Need to score the third. Bayaji says, Itri se Gaya scores. Is it Bayaji? For example, I mean, Bayaji, seriously, the moment you said Gaya scores, I'm just thinking, yeah, West Ham पे गाया नाम का कौन है? मुझे तो याद नहीं आ रहा है. And then I remembered, okay, इतनी से गाया scores for Arsenal. Sorry, for Everton. Wow, wow, wow. इतनी से गाना गाया scores for Everton. Wow, wow. This is just something else. This is just something else. McAllister scores for Liverpool. Though it's not anyway related to this game. I'm just telling out the scores. Continuous says Everton scores. Idrissa Gaya scores. That's what I was checking. And Bayern says deflected out of Rice. और इधर हम वेस्ट हैम को फोड़ रहे हैं. डेस्टिनी नाम की भी चीज होती है. But guys, let us not get in front of ourselves. I think Haaland na third score कर देता, and I'm like भांड में जाए. Arsenal, I think let's get the party started. Erling Haaland, I don't know why he wants to keep it interested. Erling Haaland needed to score that third. 5 minutes are remaining, guys. Let us actually score one more. This will give the fans to already get the party started in the break time, in the canteen, in the gantry, with all of the city supporting press. And Doku has just improved so well. That final crossing, once it gets sorted out, I thought Phil Foden will strike again with his left foot. Bayaji says Wolves are 10 men anyway, Semedo red. The last day is going more than in an interesting way. Ah! Haaland couldn't reach it, and Crystal Palace are 2-0 up against Aston Villa. Everton are 1-0 up. I don't know how it could turn out, but I think these all could have been the worst ones to come out from this are Arsenal, of course, but then Spurs could be the second worst ones to come out of all this. I think दो दो सबसे नुकसान होने वाला clubs, they could be both Arsenal and Spurs at the end of this game week, but it's not over yet, so that is an excellent tackle there. We need to score the third, guys. Good that Gerard Bowen is not playing as well. That's a fantastic switch. Jeremy, go. Walker does extremely well. Ortega with a good save and Walker does extremely well. Guys, focus now, guys. Focus now. Guys, focus now. What Prowse corner. And West Ham scores. It's 2-1. Ah, all of the Erling Haaland misses and everything will now come into the equation. Shit. Kudu scores. And Arsenal equalize as well. Bloody hell. And Arsenal equalize as well. 1-1. Ah, guys, what is this? What a goal by Kudus there. Pep Guardiola knows it. He's just smashing the bottle. Let us score the third, guys. Now that Haaland miss will come into the question. Bayaji says when you don't take your chances and bloody the timing as well. Arsenal also equalized. Ah, this could be anything now. A day that started so well could just go down. Nothing. Now City are nervous again. I think if Haaland scored the third, the game was over. I bet Arsenal are winning now as well. It's 1-1. My God. But what a goal from Kudus there. Now City are under pressure. Gautam says it's City, you can't take the final day drama away. Ah, Gautam, I thought we could have got the party started at the break, at the half time, but no. How many minutes of added time has he bloody given? 4 minutes of added time. That too of a bloody set piece when you knew it. It was a very good goal, by the way. Ah! Another chance for Haaland. How many chances will he miss? How many chances will Haaland miss today? Another easy chance for Haaland. How many chances will Haaland miss? And West Ham bloody with their first shot on target they score. And we bloody need to have 10-20 shots. Gautam says, what the F? That is what it is, Gautam. What the F? When I am asking, what the F? That's a foul on City. On Doku. Erling Haaland should have made this 4-1 or something like that, to be honest, right now. Manuel Akanji. And Kudus is playing like he's possessed. Guys, yeah, just let's just get to half time and then we'll see. Let us not concede another before half time. West Ham are all over us now. Ortega catches it. That is very good. And Bernardo Silva. I mean, we were chatting very well, 2-0 up, score the third and finish it off, but no. Just need to have drama with City on the final day. Each time and every time. That's half time. Thank you for spoiling the halftime celebrations. That's what I would say. 2-0 up, it was going very well, and like Gautam said, it's City, you can't take the final day drama away. I don't have any words to speak, to be honest. It's 1-1 there. Bloody, if it was 1-0 there, you could have thought about something, but it's bloody 1-1 over there as well. Suman says, desperately waiting for our golden boy to seal this. It should have been over, Suman. Erling Haaland and his shit. Bayaji says, Haaland missing a hat trick of clear chances. Need to regroup and score the third ASAP. Have to, Bayaji, we have to. Again, the final day nervousness. I mean, how many chances will Haaland miss? That is the thing. He could have bloody scored 50 goals this season. if he wanted. Suman says all was going as per my prediction. In the matter of 1 minute, Arsenal and West Ham scored. I mean, with that Arsenal match, I just think you're always thinking that Arsenal will win. So I think we need to focus on our result more than anything else. And look at those strikes from Phil Foden as well, world class strikes. Otherwise, this could have been 1-0 to West Ham with the shit Erling Haaland did. They're showing all of our chances. Jeremy Doku, great save from Ariola. I know in the away fixture as well, it was like this. West Ham went 1-0 up, and then we came back and scored 3-1. We need to score two more now, I think. I will only be comfortable with a two-goal quotient and nothing else. I mean, I'm too nervous right now to explain the first half and comment on the first half as well. Easy chances for Haaland. Bayaji says his finishing has certainly gone down a level this season. I mean, भैया जी कुछ नहीं करना था यार वो एक गोल वो मिस किया था ना. Why was he bloody going for a karate kick? Erling Haaland, it would have just hit his chest and it would have ricocheted into the goal. He would have just had to stand over there, Erling Haaland, and it would have been a goal. Why is bloody Erling Haaland going for those karate kicks? I don't understand. Suman says maybe replace Haaland with Alvarez or even Kovacic. And look at the bloody bicycle kick of Kudus as well. Who scores that kind of a goal? Look at Pep Guardiola, they're smashing the bottle. He knows. He knows what it is. And then after that goal as well, Jeremy Doku created an excellent chance for Erling Haaland and Haaland still misses it. Kurt Zuma is nothing in front of Erling Haaland. Doesn't have the pace to even deal with the movement of Erling Haaland. And this happens. We need to have a quick start in the second half like we did in the first half. Erling Haaland was offside on a Josko Guardiola pass as well, which he shouldn't have been. Ah. Ah. I mean, I know I'm repeating myself, but hit the third and we could have just been in a more celebratory mood right now. What the hell? I mean, the frustration is we do all the hard work, not just this match, but all of the matches. We do all the hard work. West Ham bloody that was their first touch inside the penalty box, if I'm not wrong. Okay, Antonio had one, but it was the second touch. West Ham's first shot on target goes for a goal. We bloody have to hit 20 shots on target even to score one goal. What the hell is that? Suman says Aguero, Gundogan, Batanulli passed on to Alvarez. I think no, Sumant, no! Please, Sumant, no! No, no, no! All our hearts can't take that bloody drama again. No. We should have honestly just finished West Ham off right now. But no, here we are there. Match in the balance 2-1. We do not want the passing of the baton, Sumant. We do not want the passing of the baton. You just look at Pep Guardiola's reaction. He just smashed that bottle. When was the last time you see Pep Guardiola smash something when we conceded a goal? He smashes it when he give possession away and stuff. When was the last time you see him doing that? Not often. He knew the importance of that one goal. Arsenal went 1-0 down. If we would have gone, if we were 2-0 up and Arsenal was even 1-1 going into the break, the attitude of those Arsenal players would have been so much more different there, their dressing room. I don't know, guys. What do you feel? What do you feel about this? Where is the match going? This is extremely tense, guys. Ah, is there a problem with the bloody internet as well now? I don't know. And the Arsenal equalizer as well. It is something again bloody against the run of play. What an attempt by Kudus as well for that goal, a bicycle kick. And here we are not able to score simple goals. Final day drama again. Just don't. I'm just so nervous that I'm not even getting words to say, to be honest. Bayaji says chances will keep on coming. One more goal and shut the shop. Bayaji, I said two more goals and shut the shop. Two more goals and shut the shop. That's why 3-0 I think West Ham would have been demotivated. At 2-0 there was always a chance. Yeah, you're right. Chances will keep on coming. पर वो score भी करना है ना. Rolling Haaland. Suman says, let's win this with a statement to win 5-1. Pep Guardiola will be giving a almighty rollicking, I think, in in that halftime talk. We need to start the second half as well very quickly. I think when we were 1-0 up and 2-0 up, I think we didn't press on for the third there. We just played around, couple of long shots and stuff. We should have just pressed the advantage home. Bhaiya, this is up the tempo. I don't know, Bayaji, but maybe I think this is actually better than what we had probably 2 seasons before with Aston Villa. 1-0 down at half time, 2-0 down in the 60th minute. Look at that. City 72% possession, 15 shots 15 shots, 10 on target. West Ham 2 shots, 2 on target. And you actually look at City's XG, it is interesting. It's just 0.88, which means you can just understand the kind of shots Foden had scored. They're just too much. And City have run 5 kilometers more than West Ham as well. We need to finish it off. Phil Foden, 3 shots, 3 on target. He's covered 5.9 kilometers. I mean, I don't know. I literally wanted to be in a bit of a party mood and a good mood, in the break, but not so. I mean, it would have been even better if Arsenal were. Just imagine the scenario. We were 3-0 up and Arsenal were 1-0 down coming into this half-time break. That would have been a killer for all of the Arsenal players as well. The dressing room. The second half is coming up now at the Etihad Stadium. I'll just have a bit of water and come and on we go then. The players are coming out. Mohammad Kudus with the bicycle kick goal as well. My God. I mean, 9 out of 10 times, 9.9 out of 10 times that bicycle kick goal goes over. Today only it had to bloody go in. Look at Pep Guardiola over there. He's tense, he's nervous. All of us are nervous. On we go, guys. 45 more minutes for immortality. Can we do it? Can we do it, guys? 45 minutes plus a bit of extra time for immortality. And it's a city throw in. West Ham are actually playing very well. Jeremy Doku. Misplaced pass. My god. Kudus is just so good. It's not even giving the ball now. West Ham are now playing in the rhythm that we have not seen them play in the first half. To be honest, it's a city throw. I'm just so much more tensed. The next goal in this game will be very big. Bernardo Silva, Ruben Diaz. Rodri. Great switch to Jeremy Doku. Wonderful by Josko Guardiol there. Back to Manuel Akanji. Kevin De Bruyne. Manuel Akanji. Ah! Kevin De Bruyne with the shot and nothing comes of it. Ariola with the goal kick. Why did Jeremy Doku keep that in? Jeremy Doku gets away with the ball there. Good challenge by Emerson. Ah, this is ridiculous. Foden's now just shooting from bloody halfway line. This is absolutely ridiculous. It wasn't far away to be honest, but this is just ridiculous. Need to score the third, guys. Ah! So close again. Bloody, this is becoming an end-to-end game now. Josko Guardiola does extremely well. Need to score the third. Kevin De Bruyne, Rodri. It is us against the world, guys, right now. Bernardo Silva, Walker, KDB. Just don't take a bloody long range shot. Just have some good build up. That is a great ball there. Jeremy Doku out wide, and that's a throw in for City. Need to get the third just to settle the nerves fast. Phil Foden with the corner. Sorry, yeah, it's a corner obviously. Can we do what Kudus did? Can we better one? That's a free kick. That was a handball, and that's a free kick. I don't think it's a particularly useful position for City, but the attack was in a useful position. I think Doku was through. That is one of the worst free kicks I've seen in a while. Great take from Jeremy Doku again. Rodri, KDB. 10 minutes gone and we haven't created a single chance. That is a worry. Why are we already playing defensive football? That is one of the. Guys, our performance is not good. Pep Guardiola looks frustrated. The performance is not good. Look at all the City fans there. They were into celebratory mode. I was into celebratory mode at 2-0. But no. Kevin De Bruyne gets the ball back, and he was always looking to shoot when a shot was not on there. It's a free kick to West Ham. Jeremy Doku. Kyle Walker was always going to win that race. I think you need to put Walker on Kudus to be honest, but Guardiola on Kudus is not such a bad option anyway. Ah, ball's just not reach Foden over there. Need to create. Can't we create one clear cut chance, guys? Can't we create one clear cut chance? The highest goal scorers in the league. We have a legendary assist maker in Kevin De Bruyne playing for us. Can't we create one clear cut chance? Guys, at 3-1, it will be over. Why is bloody Kyle Walker looking to shoot now? Don't go to Jeremy Doku. That is like the most. Why is Walker looking to shoot? I don't understand. Nando Silva, Josko Guardiola. Simple passes we're not able to complete right now. And City scored! Woo! Rodri, the man for the big occasion! Guys, Rodri scores! Woo! The man for the big occasion! Rodri! Come on! Guys, Rodri scores! Woo! Like Suman said, let this be a statement win! Come on, City! Wow! You beauty! Come on! Woo! What a goal by Rodri that was! Pep knows that's one of the most important goals of the season. That's one of the most important goals in our step towards immortality. What a goal by Rodri that was. Wow. Kevin De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva, and Rodri with the strike. In a final, how can you not have Rodri score? Well, this is like a final. How can you not have Rodri score? Ariola got there, but the power on the shot was just too much. Come on, City! Woo! Let me check the Arsenal score now. It's still 1-1. Ah, come on, you guys. Let us keep a clean sheet from here. Come on, guys. It's a corner for City. Phil Foden's asking for a handball or something, I think, but I don't know. All the City fans are celebrating there. Is there a goal in the Arsenal game? No, it's 1-1. Ah, good strike there by Phil Foden again. I thought it would go in, but it didn't. Manuel Akanji. It's nothing still over, guys. Once we score the fourth, I think that's when everything can be looked at. Nothing's over, guys. Nothing's over. But what a goal by Rodri. Just to ease the nerves. Rodri has this knack of scoring in every important game, to be honest. Ah, how are you feeling now, guys? How are you feeling? One more goal, one more goal. And just let me know if there's a change in the scoreline of Arsenal Everton. Let me know, guys. Jeremy Doku, great switch there to Bernardo Silva. The sun is just shining so well on the far side. Gautam says Rodri scoring so many important goals. Gautam, I can never understand why Rodri is not given Player of the Season award. He's snubbed in the Ballon d'Or, is not given Player of the Season award, nothing. Whereas Rodri is the one who comes up in clutch moments. When the pressure is on, it's almost like come at the hour, come at the man. Rodri should be a prime example of why it's not always about money. Because how much did Rodri cost us? Around 50, 55. I think Rodri cost us the same amount as Fred. Rodri cost us the same amount as Fred, if you remember that season. And almost the same as Jorginho. And yet you look at the trajectories of where they have gone and where he has gone. So when people say it's all about, City spend the highest money, that's why they always win. Well, Chelsea spend, Arsenal have spent a lot of money as well. Arsenal have spent 700 million pounds in the last 5-6 years. Okay, we have spent before, but it almost comes down to equal amount of money spent, right? Now, when Arsenal needed to spend 100 million on Declan Rice, whereas this is Erling Haaland again. I just think Erling Haaland cannot score today. What do you think, Gautam? Erling Haaland, I think, just cannot score today. Such an easy chance. Arsenal Everton is still 1-1. Gautam says Haaland. Gautam, if Haaland was in half decent form, this would be 6-1 by now. Easy 6-1. I genuinely think even if we had drawn the Spurs game, we could have won this by 8-1, 7-1, a ridiculous margin just to keep the goal difference irrelevant. Because you see the chances Haaland has missed, at least three chances, three easy chances, and that is six. We need to score the fourth, guys. And that's another corner for City. I don't know. I mean, City fans are doing the Poznan, but it ain't over, guys. It ain't over right now, guys. Is there some news from the Arsenal game? There isn't. I don't know why they're doing the Poznan. Tap is not impressed by it. Kevin De Bruyne with the corner. It's another corner for City. We are ramping up corner after corner after corner. We need to make it count. Need to absolutely make it count. That corner from De Bruyne, both the corners are good, and that corner from De Bruyne just missed the goalkeeper. Need to score the fourth, guys. Need to score the fourth. Phil Foden now. I would have preferred an outswinger from De Bruyne, but I think the strategy here is to, target the goalkeeper, hit an in-swinger on top of the goalkeeper. That is one of the worst corners I've seen in a while. Ah, Foden is asking for a penalty. Foden is asking for a handball penalty. Let us see. Is it a handball? Yes, it hits his hand. It hits his hand. It hits his hand, guys. It hits his hand. Maybe it is. Maybe the proximity is just very near. I don't know. No penalty. It hits his hand for sure. Ariola does well holding on to the ball, but Ruben Diaz was all over him. We need the fourth, guys. It's still 1-1 at Arsenal. Nathan Ake is coming on for City, and West Ham are making a change as well. I think it's Exxon Alvarez who's coming on for West Ham. Manuel Akanji is going off. I don't know why. I would have taken out Ruben Diaz. I've taken off Ruben Diaz. Maybe there's some injury or niggle, I don't know. We need to score the next one. Need to score the next goal as well. 20 minutes away, 20 minutes plus a bit of added time away from immortality, guys. 20 minutes, that's it. That's a free kick for City. Kevin De Bruyne. Brian as well. It was Haaland actually being involved in the play and doing well. Nathan Ake, Rodri, Kyle Walker. Interesting that didn't start Edson Alvarez today, but Jeremy Doku does extremely well there. It's a free kick for City. Phil Foden fouled by Edson Alvarez there. This is in the hitting range of Phil Foden, guys. This is in the hitting range of Phil Foden. This is in the hitting range of Phil Foden. I think probably De Bruyne will go for it, but I would say Phil Foden go for it because he's had some magnificent long range bangers this season. Why can't it be Phil Foden? Ah! Foden knows it. There was a chance at the near post. Gautam Jasake is coming on. Gautam Jas Mohan, what are the plans in the summer window? Will there be streams or video uploads? The plan, Gautam, is to have video uploads on a regular basis, almost daily regarding the transfer window because it will be exciting, very exciting, the transfer window and stuff. So the plan is to regularly upload from now on after this season. But first, let the season finish. Rodri just kept the ball of bloody Kudus. They're just not able to get the ball of Kudus as well. So yeah, Gautam, there will be regular streams and video uploads in the summer transfer window as well. For the summer transfer window, and there's a surprise waiting as well for the streams in the summer transfer window. So just wait for it, I would say. But De Bruyne does extremely well there. Erling Haaland on the counter attack. That's a free kick for City. Bernardo Silva was brought down. And it's a yellow card for Edson Alvarez as well. Arsenal is still 1-1. The most interesting match is Luton Fulham 2-4. None has anything to do with this, with the Premier League, I think, because Luton are going for it in the hope of Nottingham Forest, the thing, and Fulham are just have nothing to play for. So, guys, 15 more minutes, guys. 15 more minutes. Let us keep a clean sheet for 15 more minutes plus a bit of added time. Let us keep possession for a bit of time and tire West Ham out, I would say. Ah, still nervous, still nervous. How are you feeling, guys? How are you feeling? Gautam, how are you feeling? How are you feeling about this? Because I'm still nervous. Still, there's the nervous energy. You notice that I'm not able to speak as much freely. There's still the nervous energy in there. The Ake change is very interesting for me. Is it because Akanji has had an injury or something like that, or is it tactical? Bernardo Silva, Phil Foden, Kyle Walker, Ake, back to Ortega. West Ham are pushing us back, which is something Pep will not like, to be honest. Gautam is excitedly nervous as always. Yeah, you're right, Gautam. Ake needs some time before FA Cup final. True, true. Once it's the 80th minute, we'll again look at Arsenal score against Everton and see what is it. Nathan Ake, West Ham are not coming out, and City are also not coming out. I think it's West Ham who should enforce, but then they know with Zuma against Haaland at the back, it's asking for trouble. That's a great switch from Rodri there to Bernardo Silva. Ah, it just didn't. The shot just didn't uh, get down there. West Ham making more changes. There'll be a good chunk of added time as well. That's a throw in for City. Very well done. Very well done. I think this is the time, honestly, to introduce Jack Grealish. Just to, Jack Grealish and Haaland, that partnership, just to settle it down. Let us not fall into the trap of West Ham's press, to be honest. Rodri, Erling Haaland does well to come and receive. And it's offside. I don't know, it's uncharacteristic of Erling Haaland this match. He's gone two offsides. I don't think in the entire season Erling Haaland has had two offsides. And in this match, he's had two offsides. West Ham substitutions. I think it's a young player who's coming on, and Antonio is going off. He's going off a bit more slowly for Arsenal fans' liking, to be honest. Earthy is coming on. The name's very good. Earthy could be the brand name of a huge, environmental friendly product as well. Earthy. Kevin De Bruyne does well. Kevin De Bruyne does well. The switch wasn't the best, but Kevin De Bruyne does well. Kyle Walker, Nathan Ake. 81st minute gone. Let us just see the score. The Arsenal match. It's still 1-1. 81st minute gone. It's still 1-1. Erling Haaland. Phil Foden has to find Jeremy Doku. Is found Jeremy Doku. Ha! It's a corner for City, but Jeremy Doku. I mean, he's been exceptional today, Jeremy Doku. It just hasn't happened for Haaland and Doku today, but Jeremy Doku has just been exceptional. It's a corner. Gautam says Bernardo should not go. I can't take it after Gundo Maharis. Now this will be really harsh on my mental health. Gautam says the best way to curb stress is to talk as much as you can. I'm dead nervous, trust me. I mean, 82nd minute, Gautam at the Etihad, 3-1 up. Your opposition is drawing 1-1, and this is what City fans are, I think. Like, right? That is wonderful skill by Jeremy Doku. He's just fallen down, he's not asking for a penalty or something. Ah, very nervous, Gautam. Literally nervous. Gautam. In my head, I'm just imagining various scenarios of what can happen, and you can see how the City fans, the scenarios you have had in the past, the Aguero moment, the Brighton moment, the Villa moment. This just seems too good to be true, to be honest. I know it's the 83rd minute. I know we have the second best defense in the league, but still. By the way, let me know if there's some change in the Arsenal Everton game as well. I'll look at it when we are at the 85th minute. Ah, that could have sealed it. Erling Haaland Brady could have scored 4 or 5 today. Seriously, we could have won this match 8-1, 9-1. Once the 85th minute is over, I'll just have a look at the Arsenal scoreline. This is just not good for our mental health. The BP message is still going for a toss. Good that we got the third goal, or else it would have been even more squeaky bum time. Rodri does extremely well to get to that ball first. Kevin De Bruyne, will he give a through ball? I think he needs to pick out Doku. He chooses the safe option, but that's it. Keep the ball, pass the ball, keep the ball, pass the ball at this moment. That's it. Keep the ball. Keep the ball, guys. That's it. 5 minutes plus added time. 5 minutes plus added time for immortality. Jeremy Doku does extremely well. It's a West Ham free kick. Gautam says Haaland again. Honestly, Gautam, this could have been 10-1 or something. West Ham are making more changes. Lucas Paqueta is going off. Probably the last time in a West Ham shirt and the first time in a City shirt. Next season, Danny Ings is coming on, so David Moyes is actually going for the jugular there. We are off the 85th minute, and it's still 1-1 against Arsenal. Arsenal Everton. This is interesting. Let us look at it in the 90th minute next. What will be the score in the Arsenal Everton game? West Ham have the ball. Suddenly, I don't know how. Someone stop it! That's a corner for West Ham. This is dangerous. It's a corner for West Ham. That could have gone into the goal, to be honest. That's a corner for West Ham. Please defend it well. Please defend it well, guys. Pep Guardiola is on his knees. Bloody West Ham score. Ah. It's off his hand. It's clearly 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 off his hand. Guys, it's clearly off his hand. Yes! Yes! Handball! Wah! Got the handball! Wah! That! Gotham, how nervous were you when it went in? How nervous were you when it went in? Whoa! How nervous were you when it went in? Gotham, just describe it to me, guys. Describe it to me. How nervous were you when it went in? Thank you, VR. I just lost it, Gotham. The bloody extra time now would have been 10 minutes or so if that went in. And I'm sure if that was not a handball, Arsenal would have scored now. Oh, City and drama on the last day. You just cannot keep it out. Oh, continuous Arsenal scores 2-1. Gotham I just smashed my phone down the ground. It cracked the scratch card partially. I mean, that was just very close. Yeah, Arsenal score 2-1. Kai Howard scores at the end. Bloody 8 minutes is the added time. Bloody 8 minutes is the added time. It was nervous, Gotham. I just didn't know what to do. 8 minutes is the added time. 8 minutes between us and immortality. 8 minutes. Gotham Zaskova coming on. 8 minutes. Let us not concede a goal in the first 5 minutes. That's the thing. I'm sorry, it's 5 minutes. I misread it as 8. Oh my god. Why are West Ham playing like they're possessed or they owe Arsenal something? I don't know. Understand? Take it chill, guys. Take it chill. Do not concede a goal in the first 3 minutes. That's what I would say, guys. Do not concede a goal in the first 3 minutes. I mean, you should have seen Soucek's face when he scored that goal. I think he knew. West Ham are having possession, which I don't like. Again, do not concede a goal in the first 3 minutes of this added time, and the job should be done. 5 minutes, 4 minutes now between us and immortality, guys. ये चार क्षण, ये चार पल. Keep the ball. Kova, keep the ball. Jeremy, keep the ball. Don't dribble. Yes, keep the ball. I don't know what the script is, but I'll talk about the script a bit. When we reach the 94th minute, nothing should have gone back to Stefan Ortega, but Stefan catch the ball, lie down on the ground and bloody bring a mattress there. Waste as much time as you can, Stefan. 2 more minutes to go, guys. 2 more minutes. I'm sorry, 3 more minutes. It's almost 2 more minutes to go. Just waste some time. Guys, do not let them score right now. That will be the worst heartbreak of all. Get back into the bloody defensive hall and come back. 1.5 minute to go, guys. 1.5 minute to go. That is well done. Very well done. It's a West Ham throw. Excellent by Yasno Guardiola is bloody got the better of Kudus. Kudus FF. You know what was the message with you know what was the message which Kudus wrote? I will do it for my Ghanaian brother Thomas Partey. I will defeat City. F off. F off Kudus. F off. You idiot. Wanker. F off. Guys, you know what the script was? Gautam says Etihad invasion needed. Guys, you know what the script was? The script was whenever West Ham score, Arsenal will score. Arsenal and West Ham, I think they planned together to pull off a Aguero moment or a Gundogan moment on us. Ha! 5 more minutes to go, guys. Sorry, 5 more seconds to go, guys. When will the referee blow the whistle? West Ham are looking to take the free kick, and all of the City fans are looking for the invasion. Bernardo Silva is telling everybody to just get back. Jack Grealish and Phil Foden are hugging each other, they know. And the referee has blown the whistle. We have become immortal, guys. We are the best team ever to have played in the Premier League. This is the best team to have ever played in the Premier League. 4 Premier League trophies on the bounce. No one has done it. This is the greatest league team ever. Winning 4 Premier League trophies and certainly the best team that England has ever seen. Over Fergie's treble-winning team, over the 08-09 team. This is officially the best team ever now to have ever graced England and the best and one of the best league teams in the top 5 European leagues, along with Fabio Capello's AC Milan, Antonio Conte's Juventus, Pep's 08 Barcelona, all of those things. We have done it, guys. It was a nervous match. It was a nervous match. That Southcheck goal just broke my heart for a bit. Guys, that Southcheck goal just broke my heart for a bit. I thought that was in. If that went in, I think you know the script then. If that Southcheck goal went in, it would have been certainly 3-2 West Ham or 2 I mean not 3-3 West Ham or something like that. That's I mean it was everything was written in the script, you know. Haaland missing the chances, Kudu scoring a worldie, West Ham scoring from two corners, three shots, two goals, West Ham. The thing that was not in the script is Rodri. Rodri has come from outside the script, tore the script away and written his own script. Rodri, again Rodri. Wow, what a game. It was squeaky bum time. The pitch invasion has happened at the Etihad. Wow, fantastic scenes at the Etihad, and we are immortal. We were immortal last season. This is beyond immortality. We are officially the best team ever in England. I know I've repeated it, but I'll keep on repeating it. Gotham says they did what I wanted badly. 4-peat over the UCL double. True, Gautam. True. I mean, I didn't get it at that time, but four feet, literally, it means a lot. 4 feet means a lot. I think 4 feet it means much more than the double if UCL double if you say to me, because it's been a marathon. It's been a season where, you know, when City were playing Arsenal early on in the season, I mean, second leg, City were playing Liverpool, two draws, and all of us thought that's it. Arsenal and Liverpool are the teams in the title race. From there, you know, we started our journey winning match after match after match. What City are on some 15, 16 match unbeaten streak. I mean, winning streak or something like that across all competitions. Aston Villa just helped us, but kudos to Aston Villa and Unai Emery again. Who comes back to haunt Arsenal? Who comes back to haunt Arsenal? Good evening. Good evening. They made a joke of him. Now he has made a joke of them all. He has made a joke of them all. He has made a joke of both the North London clubs, denying Arsenal the title and denying Spurs the top four. Unai Emery single-handedly has made a joke of both the North London rivals, Spurs and Arsenal. Good evening. Now laugh at it, Arsenal fans. Good evening. Thank you, Mr. Good evening. Thank you, Unai Emery, for this. Fantastic sights in the sunshine, in the Etihad Stadium, a sight which round about in November, December, Arsenal were December Christmas champions. Arsenal, one of the Arsenal's biggest fan TV, they printed Christmas shirts as well, telling Christmas champions and all of that stuff. But this is City. This is why we are immortal. This is why we are the best ever to grace the shores of England. Come on, City. CITD. Look at their Khaldun Al Mubarak, Ferran Soriano. Look at the glimmer in their eyes. Look at the astonishment in the mouth. Ferran Soriano has created he was there associated and created the Barca team of the 0809. Still you can see that excitement in his eyes. He knows this is one step better over that Barca team. Gotham says beating Arsenal 2-2. That feels so good. That feels so good. And Gotham, honestly, this season a transfer window was shit. Guardiola didn't do well for the first half of the season. Doku was hit and go in the first half of the season. He didn't play well. Kovacic didn't do well for the first half of the season. Matthews Nunes didn't even play. He was injured and all of that stuff. Didn't get Lucas Paqueta. Whereas your rivals spent 200 million pounds. Rivals who almost came close last season. Declan Rice, Kai Havertz and all of those. Yuri and Timber, another 50 million pounds. And this was one of the worst transfer windows of City under Pep Guardiola. In the last 8 years, this was the worst transfer window under Pep Guardiola. And yet, City have gone and done it. To Paul Merson, who said I'll have a Spurs tattoo on my shoulder if Spurs do it, and to all of those Arsenal fans, I would just say they're saying next season we'll do it and all. Maybe or maybe not, but one thing is City will spend 200 million this season in the transfer window, at least. Net spend. Will sell some and things. City are gonna get Lucas Paqueta, Bruno Guimaraes is linked. City are gonna get at least two world-class players, maybe a Joshua Kimmich, but at least two world-class players this summer. So that is what Arsenal fans should remember. It's not that Arsenal will go next season, but City will widen the gap next season by having a fantastic transfer window. This was our shit transfer window. We don't get less than 95 points. You see those iconic title races with Liverpool. Where were they 95, 91 points? Most of them were 197, above 95 points. This is one of our lowest points total. Bayaji says, question for Arsenal fans. Which Norwegian player top of the table? Hint, there are two of them. Haaland and Oscar Bob. Haaland and Oscar Bob. Haaland and Oscar Bob. Two Norwegian players are ahead of the Norwegian of Arsenal. And also Bayaji, if you remember, Liverpool against Arsenal, when Arsenal won it, what did Odegaard do? He took photos. He took the camera from the photographer and he took photos on the ground. That was in March, mate. Titles are not won in February, March. And they were taking photos, selfies, all of those things. They were bloody celebrating like they won the title. This is how you celebrate the title. This is how you do it. This is how you become the greatest team that England has ever seen. They say Invincibles is the greatest team that England has ever seen. No, no, no. This team, not even Fergie's United, this team is the greatest team England has ever seen. Probably Europe has ever seen in terms of league teams. That is where we are. That is the pedestal that we are there. Bayaji says Zinchenko and Gabby right now. They will be missing this. They would have missed this for sure. They would have missed this pitch invasion and all of that stuff for sure. And also Thomas Partey and Kudus, F of Kudus. Kudus putting a Twitter message yesterday that I will do it for my Ghanaian brother Thomas Partey. Let us celebrate together in the Arsenal Stadium. That was the message he put. F of Kudus. Now go to the Arsenal Stadium and bring the tears. Bring the tears, Kudus, along with Thomas Partey. Oh, to even drink the tears, you need to have a cup, right? But you don't have a cup. You will just have a wooden spoon. How will you do it, Kudus? I don't get it. How will you even drink the tears, the salty tears? Someone says Arsenal printed shirts with Champions tag yesterday. Feel for them. They were also rehearsing, Suman. They were also rehearsing the Premier League trophy lift. I mean, of course, it's the Premier League protocol. But Arsenal were rehearsing the Premier League trophy lift. There we didn't even have to rehearse. Because the Premier League and also the Premier League chief executive, Richard Masters, has chosen to visit the Arsenal stadium and not the Etihad Stadium. Richard Masters joined in with the salty tears of along with the Arsenal players. I get how well Richard Masters would have felt having to hand over the second trophy to City. That's why he's gone into hiding. We have officially brought down the establishment, the elite which is United, Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool. We have brought down the elite and created a new status quo. That is the significance of this victory. The significance of victory is almost like, the Berlin Wall falling down. We have brought down the walls on the elite. We have shown that it is possible for any team to do it. Yes, money has been spent, but who hasn't spent money in the top 5, top 6? You see the next spend over the last 6, 7 years. City is in 4th or 5th place. Gautam says Arsenal are a joke. Telling that they are a joke is giving respect to them. Gautam, Arsenal for me are just salty idiots. Salty idiots who always celebrate early. The hallmark of a champion team, the hallmark of champion fans, the hallmark of champion players is to know when the moment is right to celebrate, to not celebrate early. You see, when we scored against Spurs, when Arsenal won against Liverpool, Odegaard was clicking photos and all. Last season, when Arsenal won against Villa, Emi Martinez last minute own goal. Zinchenko was bloody throwing a party outside the Emirates Stadium, and you see the reaction of City's players outside at the Spurs Stadium in the midweek. Haaland scores a penalty and he does this, and he does this. City players don't over celebrate. They celebrate a bit. After the match, they go back. That is the attitude. That is the attitude. Now Arsenal fans are like Christmas champions, spring champions, 20th anniversary champions. There's actually a joke going around, guys. Someone put it on Reddit. He said that my 5-year-old nephew asked me. I mean, my 5-year-old on Reddit they wrote, my 5-year-old nephew asked me, why is it that the Premier League trophy always has blue and white ribbons around it? Why don't they put any other ribbons? Why is it? Then the guy on Reddit has to explain his nephew that the ribbons of the team that wins the title are put. And you see the dominance of City by that one statement. Kids growing up right now, just watching into football, they're like thinking, blue and white ribbons are the customary ribbons on the Premier League trophy. That is the dominance of City. Arsenal for life says fake club. Arsenal for life. Do you want some tissues? Do you want some tissues? We all can pitch in and email you some tissues. I mean, and mail you some tissues. Just put in your address. Or do we need to mail them to the Emirates Stadium? Maybe your players also need tissues, right? We'll mail a couple of wooden spoons and tissues so that we can wipe your salty tears. Now tell Odegaard to bloody click photographs. Bhaiya, this is Banter Club Arsenal, Bank of England Club, Bank of England Club, Bank of England Club, the Banter Club, Arsenal, the Gunners, Arsenal, Bank of England Club, the Banter Club, with the salty tears, Arsenal, Arsenal. I mean, the song might be a borderline bad, but I just enjoyed singing it, and I think that kind of song is enough for Arsenal. Bayaji says, Rito Arsenal tissue or tampoon. We'll send both Bayaji along with the wooden screen. JSK says, remove the four, it will it will haunt you, lol. Bayaji says, oil money. Very much greater than Yankee money. All money is always red. Tell those Arsenal fans not to go to work by filling in petrol. Everyone wants to use petrol, but then they say oil money. Bloody hypocrites. JSK, I didn't get you honestly. Remove the four. Do you want me to remove Arsenal for life? Do remove Arsenal for life. If any hitman is there, he's just bloody bantering. That's it. Arsenal for life says you're in India. You've never been to a City game. So why don't you send me a check, Arsenal for life? A check of £10,000. I will buy a match day ticket and I'll live there for one season, watching City going to the Etihad Stadium, doing my shows outside the Etihad Stadium. Why instead of telling why haven't you been to a City game? Just mail us some money. Why don't you mail us £50,000? All of us here will go. All of us here will go. Bayaji says Arteta was changing his father every week until Moyes declared him bastard. Got it, JSK, got it, understood. And also Bayaji, Arsenal fans as well. First they were Wolves fans, then they were Fulham fans, then bloody they were even Spurs fans. अगर यूनाइटेड पे डिपेंड होता, I mean I'm telling now, अगर यूनाइटेड पे डिपेंड होता that we win the title, I mean that यूनाइटेड have to beat Arsenal for example to win the title, मैं वो टाइटल छोड़ देता. नहीं चाहिए मुझे वो टाइटल जो यूनाइटेड पे डिपेंड होना पड़े, नहीं चाहिए. हम जीतेंगे अपनी दम पर जीतेंगे. We win our titles, we don't depend on anyone. We were never praying for Villa to go to Arsenal and drop points. We were always telling, do your job, do your job, do your job. That's all. Do your job, that's all. It was Arsenal who were, more concerned about us. Again, I'm telling you, if it came to the matter of us, me depending on United to get a result for City to win, I will not want the title. Just bloody leave the title. Next year we'll win. That's what will be the attitude of City fans. Not unlike these chapris, the Arsenal fans. Bayachi says, and you were an Arsenal fan since you were a zygote. Good for you, fangirl. Well done, Bayaji. Good reply. Bayaj says Arsenal fan FC for a reason. Also, Bayaj, you could have put Arsenal fan FC for a reason. We are referees. You know how much referees have helped Arsenal? Referees, though, is all added time, you know. Referees have bloody given Arsenal 10 minutes of added time. Luton game 3-3. I mean, 8 minutes of added time plus 2. They were playing on still till Arsenal scored. And all Arsenal fans complain is Doku penalty against Liverpool and all of that. कंप्लेन करने वालों ना फ्री एक्सक्यूज फॉर आर्सेनल फैंस कंप्लेन करने वालों का जीत नहीं होता they will never be champions. They are showing the images inside the city dressing room. Haaland's dancing, Scott Carson's dancing. The best dance is Scott Carson. I guess Lucas Paqueta will be peeping in through the door, telling him, "May I join? May I join? May I join?" Look at the dance there. Scott Carson is hilarious. I mean, if we were 4-0 up, I would have been open to the idea of bringing Scott Carson in for the last 5 minutes. Great. Scott Carson there. Wonderful. Kyle Walker, Scott Carson, John Stones. The scenes from inside the dressing room or something else. Wow. JSK says, by the way, how is his Scouser fan when Liverpool ended up with the energy cup? He wanted us to win the title. Even he couldn't, I mean, you can imagine JSK, even he couldn't bear Arsenal winning the title. Scouser fan couldn't bear Arsenal winning the title. So you can imagine how unbearable Arsenal fans are. There was this discussion on Reddit, honestly, that Liverpool fans versus Arsenal fans, who would you bear? And one of the unanimous answer was yes, Scouser fans are unbearable, but Arsenal fans are an other level. Arsenal fans will say Arsenal. You know what Arsenal fans did? What AFTV did after they won that bloody Community Shield? They put fireworks out and they were sort of celebrating like they won the Champions League. Arsenal, by the way, had planned a bus parade celebrating 20-year invincible anniversary. Arsenal fans, Causa fans are unbearable. Arsenal fans are unbearable as well as delusional. They were telling Declan Rice is the world's best midfielder. They're now telling Kai Havertz is one of the best false nines ever. They were comparing Odegaard to Kevin De Bruyne. Someone from AFTV was telling Rob Holding is nothing. John Stones is nothing but a poor man's Rob Holding or a rich man's Rob Holding. What the hell? I do not want those kind of Arsenal fans. In a way, when you compare both, maybe Scouser fans are a little bit bearable. Arsenal fans, the level of delusion is something else. They will now say William Saliba is the best centre back ever. David Raya, Golden Glove winner, is the best goalkeeper in the world. William Saliba is the best centre back. Odegaard is better than Kevin De Bruyne. Bayaji says both men and women united sold their game to deny City the title. Their women team was a disgrace and must be investigated for match fixing. I mean, and Spurs gave us a good game, and still Arsenal fans are like Spurs Son missed the chance on purpose. Appreciate what your opponent does. Yeah, I mean, I was so nervous from yesterday, honestly, Bayaji. From 2 days back, I was so nervous that I just got the notification on One Football that Chelsea and Chelsea lifted the title and United threw the game away so that City couldn't. They did right through the game away, but I just couldn't delve deep into it. For me, this game, I was just so tense, just couldn't do anything yesterday. Just was watching a couple of movies and that's all, and slept and that's all. Just did not even have the mood to engage in anything else from yesterday. I was just like, already butterflies were there. Butterflies were just from the last 1 2 days. It somehow felt like the Champions League final came. Champions League final के पहले those 1 or 2 days were like hell, वो mood same था, all butterflies and all. Maya says Gabby was clearly handball today itself. We are Arsenal for a reason. It We could not have tolerated them, Bayaji. We could not have tolerated them. Honestly, if they would have won the title. I have a friend who's a United fan, and he was actually telling me from 1 month or so that he knows a couple of Arsenal fans, and he was telling me almost every week that the Arsenal fans, the Arsenal fans they're just intolerable, and they're telling that City will drop points, City will drop points, City will drop points. Every week he was telling me, literally when I speak to him, every week he was telling me this. The Arsenal fans are unbearable. You guys have to do this. They're telling you will drop points, you'll drop points, you'll drop points. I just told him when we won at Spurs, Arsenal fans have not seen the movie. Arsenal fans have not read the script. The movie ends in one way. Whoever directs the movie, whoever starts it, the movie has to end in one way. The movie ends in one way, and that is with City, with the blue moon rising and the Poznan and City lifting the title. Iwe says Arsenal gonna mock Tottenham for missing UCL. Tell them that's their trophy. I mean, I mean, I think Spurs fans will actually take it. The worst nightmare for Spurs fans would have been them, losing that match and us not going on to win this and Arsenal winning the title. Then the mock would have been that was the most Spursy thing to ever happen. That would have actually been the most Spursy thing to ever happen. But I mean, a Spurs fan actually put it very well. You know what she said? She said that if we get Champions League for one season, people will remember it for one season. I mean, 5 years down the line, people will not remember which season you got Champions League and which season you have not got Champions League. If I ask Arsenal fans, last 10 seasons, last 15 seasons, when you got Champions League, when you did not, no one remembers that, right? You just remember how far you've gone in the Champions League and all of that. She said that everyone remembers that Spurs was responsible for Arsenal winning the title, and Arsenal fans will mock us. They will tell that's the most Percy thing to ever do. You will not win a title. You will always bottle it, but you let opponents win the title. That would have been the most Percy things to do. 5 years down the line, no one's gonna care which season Tottenham got the Champions League and which season they have not got. That is just the narrative of Arsenal fans to drive Spurs through. If not this season, they'll get Champions League next season. What is there? What is such a big thing in that? They're anyway not going to win the Champions League, but the mock that they're going to get will be for lifetime. The parade in North London will be for lifetime. The parade that Arsenal will have to do. These are the consequences that Spurs fans had to live under, to be honest. Bayaji says GD is even at the end thanks to Haaland missing sitters today. Honestly, Bayaji, Rodri ka goal nahi hota to. And VAR supported Arsenal for some reason, and it was 2-1. Southcheck scores that goal. I mean, I just can't imagine those scenarios. I mean, जब 2-1 था, you just observed me in the break, and I think all of you are feeling the same way. Gautam even said it, nervousness, and I was just thinking 2-2 तो written है stars में. We just need to score the third goal. ये तो squeaky bum time तो written है stars में, because this is City. We don't do anything clearly. जब Southcheck का goal चला ना, I was just like, will Arsenal do an Aguero moment on us? Luckily it was a handball, and history is history. But those bloody Haaland chances would have come to haunt us any other day. Haaland को 4 और goal लगाना चाहिए था, to be honest. Easy 3 goals. JSK says now our focus should be UCL. Focus should be transfer window, JSK. Focus should be. I mean, next weekend I'm relaxed. FA Cup में तो इतना nervous energy नहीं होगा. ठीक है, रैग्स है पर इतना नर्वस एनर्जी नहीं होगा. और हालैंड तो ना अपना सारा खनूस निकालेगा वो रैग्स के सेंटर बैक पेनिंग पर, कैसेमीरो एंड हुएवर, जॉनी इवेंट्स और हुएवर जो भी है, एम्राबैट जो भी खेल रहा है उनके बैकलाइन पे. हालैंड, आई एम श्योर हालैंड तो हैट्रिक मारेगा ही मारेगा अगेंस्ट द रैग्स, एंड आई वोंट बी दिस नर्वस फॉर द एफए कप. This was the thing because this was the chance. Pep Guardiola said it in the interview. Interview में वो बोला था, press conference before this match. In our lifetimes, we might never get the opportunity to do this. I am sure that these players also will never get the opportunity to do this. I will not get the opportunity to do four in a row ever. It might never happen again ever in this club's history because it's so rare in all of the more than 100 years history of English division, the Premier League and all, no one has won four if I'm not wrong. Pep Guardiola said it honestly, and at 2-1 he just smashed the bottle. Pep knew it. This was a feat that you can do the UCL double. That's still possible next 2 seasons, for example. Hope I didn't jinx it, but four in a row. Gautam said it very well. He wanted four in a row over the UCL. This thing I didn't understand as much then, but yeah, four in a row is completely unprecedented. कोई करने वाला ही नहीं है. I'm very sure in the near future it might happen. You don't know, but four in a row is just unprecedented. It just feels special. It just feels that you're above even teams like Fabio Capello's AC Milan in the early 90s, which went invincible. You're above Arsenal's invincibles for sure. You're above Juventus Antonio Conte. You're above Barcelona 08-09 team, even though it was a special team. It never did four in a row. When that Barcelona special team didn't do four in a row, and in a much more competitive league, we have done four in a row. I mean, I don't know what you guys think, but मैं तो अभी ये बोलूँगा कि this is the greatest league team that has ever existed. Just based on league form, this is the greatest league team to ever exist. मैं नहीं सुनूंगा फर्गी का ये, फर्गी का वो, आर्सेनल का ये, आर्सेनल का वो. This बासा का 08-09. This is the greatest league team to have ever existed, fending off challenges from both Arsenal and Liverpool, going toe to toe, undefeated since December the 4th, under pressure, always respond. Everyone puts their hand up. This is a victory of 16, 17 people, not just one team, or not just the playing 11. Or Oscar Bobka, guys. Oscar Bobka. How crucial was that goal against Newcastle from Oscar Bob? How crucial was that assist from Kevin De Bruyne for Oscar Bob? And how good was the change by Pep Guardiola to bring in Oscar Bob? Because Doku was removed, if I'm not wrong, Grealish was available on the bench, fit. उसने Grealish को नहीं चुना, उसने Oscar Bob को चुना. Guys, how important was that moment? Gary Neville in his podcast rightly mentions that is the moment that has turned the tide. When he said that, I didn't understand what was it, but that is one of the moments that turned the tide. Oscar Bob, Pep making the substitution of Oscar Bob ahead of Jack Grealish. No one understood why. Kevin De Bruyne. I mean, कैसे खेलते यार वो pass? Even when you look at it in slow mode, even in FIFA you can't play that pass. Kevin De Bruyne, Oscar Bob, that run. Trippier made a challenge on Bob. Bob didn't go down. The courage to not go down and go around the keeper and finish it. That was, I mean, the beauty of this season is कितने सारे moments है इस season में. कितने सारे अलग अलग लोगों ने ऑस्कार बॉब का वो मोमेंट, स्टेफन ऑर्टेगा का वो one-on-one save when Son generally overperforms his XG. Stefan Ortega का वो moment, Phil Foden's moment 1-0 down against Brentford, Everton, at least 4 matches Phil Foden has won for us. Ayer slips against Brentford and Haaland goes through. I mean, a lot of moments, truly a lot of moments, I would say. Truly a lot of moments this Premier League is season was made up of for City. This is just something else. I'll just switch on to another stream on the app because I think that is where the trophy lift is coming on theory. They've called on Thierry Henry, which is interesting. Bayaji says, to be honest, I've given up all hopes of winning title after home draw versus Arsenal, but the squad is goat. And those moments were actually interesting by Aji, home draw against Arsenal, because in those moments, I think it was. I mean, no one knows what would happen in the future, but I think Pep had a choice to make. I think there, both Liverpool, especially Arsenal, Do you sit back or do you go for it against Arsenal? Do you sit back or do you go for it against Liverpool? I mean, me and a lot of fans, all of us, the pundits, everyone thought Pep had to win at least one match against Arsenal or Liverpool to stay in the title race. A draw is not good enough. Pep had to win, and against at Anfield it was difficult. So everyone thought Pep had to win that Arsenal game. Arsenal at the Etihad, everyone thought Pep had to win it, but Pep settled for a draw. I think that is another crucial moment. I think the ability of Pep Guardiola to read where it is going. Both खास बात है Pep Guardiola की. You can spend billions and billions of dollars on your squad, but these kind of things, the toss kebab substitution, Pep Guardiola ka, I mean, Akanji substitution in the second half, Everton's when we were drawing nil-nil at home at the Etihad, home or away, I don't remember, we were drawing nil-nil and Pep brings on Akanji at half time. Remo Walker, I think, and we go on to win the game 2-0. That substitution, the way Pep Guardiola played out Josko Guardiola, we all were shouting at him that how how can a centre back play all of that role, trusting Josko Guardiola to come good in the second half, taking a call in both those Arsenal and Liverpool games, especially in the Arsenal game. Liverpool games, I think we went to win, but Arsenal game, I think Pep settled for a draw. And if Arsenal fans ask me, where did you lose the title? I would tell that you lost the title when you came to the Etihad, when we were weak, when we had a couple of injuries, when we were unsure in the title race. You settled for a draw instead of defeating us. I would just say one thing to Arsenal fans. If you come for the king, if you come for the king, you better not miss. I'll repeat it again. If you come for the king, you better not miss. Because if you miss, this is what will happen. Arsenal came to the Etihad. They came for the king. They came for our throne. And what happened? They just couldn't get it done at the end. So So for me, I think if Arsenal fans have to look at one thing, you came to the Etihad, but you didn't win. Remember this quote: if you come for the king, you better not miss. Write it down. अगर राजा के लिए आते हो, तो खाली हाथ नहीं जाने का. Otherwise, we will crush you. Come for the king, better not miss. Champions, 4 in a row. Champione, champione. 4 in a row. Wow, come on, City. भैया जी says losing community shield is not a bad thing. भैया जी मैं तो खेलूंगा भी ना community shield. दे दो आर्सेनल को, अभी भिजा दो आर्सेनल को community shield फ्री में अगले 3 साल का if you want. भिजा दो community shield. Who wants the bloody community shield? ऐसे तो हजारों शील्ड है हमारे पास. Bhaiya ji says most of our players will feature in Euro 2. So again we'll start a week later next season. Transfer window is gonna be important, Bhaiya ji. The transfer window is actually gonna be extremely important, but we'll talk about it in the videos throughout. There'll be regular videos. I'll upload regular videos of the transfer window as well. So regarding news and everything, we'll be more regular on this channel. So we'll have lot to get through in the summer as well. It will be exciting. Transfer window will be exciting, but for now, let us just focus on the trophy lift. JSK says fans aside, but I feel bad for Arteta and Odegaard. Maybe for Arteta, JSK, but not for Odegaard, to be honest. The way he was taking photos and all of that, not for Odegaard. And when Jamie Carragher put Kevin De Bruyne in the team of the season, I mean, people like Mark Goldbridge and all were telling that they should have put Odegaard in. Why are they putting Kevin De Bruyne? Or they should have put another player in. Why are they bloody putting Kevin De Bruyne? What they don't realize is De Bruyne bloody has 10 assists, playing what 10 matches or 11 matches. He could have had 15 assists if Erling Haaland had his shooting boot on this season. And Odegaard has only 8 assists and he split the entire season. You're talking about King Kevin, the greatest player ever. One of the greatest players ever. I'll not be disrespectful here because I think Thierry Henry is up there as well. So one of the greatest player ever to to set foot on England, the greatest attacking midfielder ever. The Scholes is everyone, but David Silva is there, but KDB for me is the greatest attacking midfielder ever to play in this league. When I says, come on, City. I mean, describe your moments, guys. Describe your moments. How you felt when that Southside goal went in. Gautam put it in a great way that he almost smashed his fan on the phone there on the ground, and a bit of his screen guard was broken. I was like silence when Southside scored it. I just didn't believe it. I think if West Ham scored that, they scored the third. If that goal went in, I think somehow West Ham scored the third. Free kick from James Ward-Prowse, something like that. Vinay says the way Pep handled this season was commendable. This is extremely commendable. Extremely commendable, Vinay. The way he played his cards and trusted them to come through. The way he trusted, the way he sat down Ruben Diaz and the way he trusted Nathan Ake and Akanji, the role of Kyle Walker, the way he played Kovacic. The only thing with Pep I didn't understand is Julian Alvarez playing that role in the midfield. Because if Alvarez doesn't play that, I think we already win this league long before. The one thing I didn't understand out of this season is why Julian Alvarez did not, played in the midfield. Maybe we'll get the answer next season. I don't know. Maybe he's setting Julian Alvarez up for a 4-4-1-1. I just don't know. The Premier League trophy is coming on with the white and blue ribbons. If there's someone who's 4 5 years old or 6 years old, he will surely be asking you the question, why is this trophy always wrapped around with blue and white ribbons? Why can't you put another ribbons on this? That is our dominance. That is our dominance. Vinay says Doku was fired, dusting even Kudus in the way. By the way, Kudus was one man army for us. He'll surely need out of West Ham. I honestly think Kudus is an excellent player, and I think United should have gone for Kudus instead of Anthony, but that's another story. But for me, the tricks of Jeremy Doku are something else. For me, you look at those flicks and tricks, even though two people are marking him, if two people mark Kudus passes back, every winger will pass back, but Jeremy Doku today did a flick where the ball went in between those two, and even he ghosted around those two players. Jeremy Doku for me next season and the season after, I think in 2 seasons, Jeremy Doku will rival Vinicius Junior. Jeremy Doku for me has a greater ceiling than Vinicius Junior. They're congratulating everyone, the City staff and everyone standing in the line. The trophy lift is just so amazing. We could have also arranged a wooden spoon lift for Arsenal fans. Maybe we can send a couple of wooden spoons as well to the Emirates. Vinay says Arsenal lost the title at the Etihad and yes, home to Villa. That's a statement that stood out for me, Vinay. Gary Neville didn't say this, but Gary Neville said Arsenal. When you have to beat City, he said you have to damage their confidence and self belief, and the only way you can damage is by defeating them in their own home. The last time City lost at the Etihad was in 2020 two, I think, 2022 before the World Cup, Brentford defeated us. We were 1-0 up and Brentford defeated us. 2022 October was the last time City lost at the Etihad. So if Arsenal would have beaten us at the Etihad, then that would crop some doubts, to be honest. And that's why I say, I've seen this quote as well after Neville said it. I've seen this quote by chance. When you come for the king, make sure you don't miss. Just have to go for it. Vinay says respect to Emery. He's done double on Arsenal. Blow to Arsenal. Vinay, it was a matter of self-respect for Unai Emery. How much did Arsenal fans mock? Good evening. Good evening. I've seen a lot of times Arsenal fans have actually mocked Unai Emery. I still believe that maybe if Unai Emery was in charge of Arsenal and he was given the money that Arteta has, I think Arsenal win the league. Arsenal win the league. I think maybe last season they don't bottle like they did. Maybe I think Arsenal would have won the league last season if Unai Emery was the manager and he was given the money. Because you see what Unai Emery did with Aston Villa, how they're playing out from the back. I don't see Arteta as too much of an upgrade on Unai Emery, to be honest. I mean, I think if you give the same Arsenal team to Unai Emery, I think he would have beaten the Bayern and taken Arsenal to at least the semi-finals of the Champions League. And this was a manager who beat Bayern with Sevilla, sorry, with Villarreal. A much more stronger Bayern with Lewandowski and all that shit. I mean, all of them in there. So I think, and it's 5 seasons for Arteta as well. To be honest, it's 4.5. It will be almost five midway next season. What do you do, Arsenal fans? Vinay says, Gautam says, PL titles 13 for Alex Ferguson, 6 for Pep. However, Pep has done it in less than half the years. Gautam, I think Pep is younger than Ten Hag. The age is around 56, 57, I think. Round about that age. I think if Pep stays for another 10 more years, I think that will be done. Edison is working up. And also, guys, by the way, that moment as well, if you don't remember, Crystal Palace were at Crystal Palace were 1-0 up, and if you remember, at home, Rodri gives a back pass to Mateta. Mateta was almost holding on to all to the ball, and Ortega does some great skill and he clears it. That was a huge moment there because if Palace got 2-0 up over there, I don't think we were coming back with the counter-attacking threat of Palace. John Stones taking the medal. Lot of moments, lot of moments. We'll discuss about those moments in a special show tomorrow or day after. This season has been lot of special moments. I would say last season there were special moments, but this season, especially in the league, there have been a lot more special moments. Gautam says, Vinay says, I don't feel not even 1% for Arsenal. They over celebrated every time they win. From photos to chants, embarrassing. Exactly when they over celebrated last season, over celebrated this season. With the Odegaard thing as well, Odegaard taking photos, winning against Liverpool and all of that. It was disrespectful to Jurgen Klopp as well, to be honest. They don't have champions mentality, they have kids mentality, Arsenal. Kid champions, you would say kid champions, right? That is the mentality which Arsenal fans are having. Gautam says Arsenal had planned open bus parade for PL, but I think it will be for Community Shield. And a wooden spoon as well, Gautam. Let us just chip in and send them a wooden spoon as well. Vinay says Arsenal even had trophy ceremony practice. And Premier League felt and Richard Masters, the chief executive of Premier League, chose to go to Arsenal and not come here. They had a replica trophy over there, a lot of things. Arsenal thought we will give it to City in the most heartbreaking way possible. That it will keep it 1-1 and then we'll score in the 90th minute, and West Ham also scores in the 90th minute, and then Kudus can celebrate with his Ghanaian friend Thomas Partey. But it's West Ham Chester City. It's West Ham Chester City. By the way, shout out to West Ham as well. They had taken 3 points of Arsenal. I think they had defeated Arsenal at home, I think at the Emirates, if I'm not wrong. Kudos to West Ham as well. That's why we say it's West Ham, Chester City. They've taken Calvin Phillips from us. They have they've beaten Arsenal. I think it was just Kudus who didn't read the script. Lucas Paqueta read the script and he was quiet. Antonio knew the script, he was quiet. Gautam says we have reached 10 English titles now. 3 away from Arsenal, 9 away from Liverpool, and 10 from Man U. Let's conquer Arsenal, Gautam. Let's conquer Arsenal first. 3 away from Arsenal. Gautam, the next milestone for us is invincible. It is going invincible. Can we do it? Can we go invincible? I don't know what they're telling to Jeremy Doku, to be honest, but can we go invincible? That's the thing. That will be the aim. Vinay says PLC was at Arsenal, exactly. Richard Masters. He couldn't tolerate giving the trophy second time in a row. I don't know who's come from CL, but the one who's giving the medal, she seems to be more enterprising and she seems to be very, very nice. To be very, very good. Just imagine you're Rico Lewis and you're growing up and you're Oscar Bob and you're growing up in this kind of environment. What kind of mentality will that put you through? Oscar Bob and Rico Lewis for me are the next. Are the next breakthrough stars? Phil Foden there. What about him this season? How do you score those bangers, Phil? That is just unreal. The bangers Phil Foden scored. Honestly, I think without those bangers, it would have been a nervy ending for us. Phil Foden has single-handedly got us to this trophy. Pep Guardiola knows it. Everyone knows it. Everton, Brentford, today, United. I can say at least 4 or 5 matches in the Premier League where Phil Foden has just won it for us on his own. What a man. Look at that Oscar Bob. Look at the shyness on his face. Look at the smile. Wow. Look at Yasko Guardiol. What will Yasko Guardiol feel and what will it do it for his mentality? Phil Foden, 19 goals. What a season Phil's had. 19 goals. Wow. He's had the same as Dominic Solanke and Ole Watkins. Just two behind Isak and three behind Palmer with Palmer had taken like 10 goals, 10 penalties. Foden with zero penalties has scored 19 goals. It's just commendable. I think it's just Ole Watkins who doesn't take penalties. Gautam says no United fan would ever complain when they dominated. But now PL is boring, scums. That is the height of hypocrisy, Gautam. That is the height of hypocrisy. And when United were winning, it wasn't this close. Most of the titles, yeah, 1 or 2 seasons it was close, but most of the titles were just two teams dominating. But right now, United fans will not accept. Arsenal's in the fray, Liverpool's in the fray, Aston Villa is tough. I mean, I think a simple question to United fans: when you were winning those titles, did you have a game where you lost home and away to a team? Aston Villa defeated Arsenal home and away. The Spurs was difficult. Chelsea was difficult. They are there with the players. We have at least 5 or 6 teams in the league. Fulham's always difficult. We have 5 or 6 teams in the league right now which are extremely, competitive. Back then, how many teams were there? It's United, Arsenal, Chelsea, and Mourinho came along in 05, 06, and that's all. The competitiveness that is there in the Premier League right now has never been there in its history. The journey that City had to go through. When was the last time, United had to win 5 months every game in a row to get to the title. Both City and Arsenal have done it. When was the last time United actually did it? These are the questions which no United fan or Arsenal fan will actually answer because they are the truths. That is going away from the narrative. The narrative is City spend money, City do this, City do that, City have made the Premier League boring. Why is the narrative not Josko Guardiola, best left-sided centre back, goes and plays left back and scores 5 goals, scores 4 or 5 goals and has the chance to score a hat trick, the first ever defender to do a Premier League hat trick? Why is that not the narrative? Why isn't the narrative about John Stones going in, forming the box midfield? Why is the narrative not about a striker going and playing in those pockets? Why is the narrative not about two cams playing together? These are the innovations that have never been done in the Premier League, right? What were the innovations that have been done during the Fergie era and Arsenal era, Wenger era, or even Mourinho era? What were the innovations done? The last 4 times you won the trophy. Each season has been with a lot of innovation. Kyle Walker with the trophy lift. Kyle Walker is lifting the trophy. Kyle Walker with the trophy lift and come on City! Woo! Champions 23-24. This championship is to become immortal. Come on! This is why Kyle Walker stayed. Blue Moon Rising! Champione! 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 Come on, City! Pep Guardiola with this 6! Come on! Kevin De Bruyne with the trophy now! Wow! The blue color in the background, fireworks going around in the background. Wow! Champions, the ribbons coming on. What a journey this has been. The players have enjoyed the journey more than the trophy, and that's why we've come this long. Arsenal always wanted the trophy. The players wanted the journey more. Like Pep Guardiola put it, in relation to us, the first half against Spurs, we played in fear of the consequence of the result. Arsenal played the entire season in fear of the consequence of winning the trophy. We played the entire season for the actions, for the final actions, for the journey and everything. What a game! What a game from City. And I say especially that goldfish. Exactly. The goldfish would be destroyed today. Goldfish would be absolutely destroyed today. I mean, when I that goldfish, whenever Arsenal win a match, Jeremy Doku with the trophy lift, the way he dances and all, it's just superb. The goldfish, whenever Arsenal win the trophy, I mean, whenever Arsenal win the match, he's like, Arsenal are incredible. Whenever City win a match, he doesn't make a video because he tells it's boring and all. Stupid Josko Guardiola now with the trophy left. I mean, when Guardiola lifts the trophy, one thing I can see is he is a future captain. He is the next captain. You can just see that in his eyes. Josko Guardiola, Matthews Nunes. Wow, he's enjoyed it. He's enjoyed it. He will grow from this experience. He will grow from this experience a lot. Matthews Nunes, Phil Foden lifting the trophy now. Wow, Phil Foden with the trophy lift. Vinay says we made comebacks in final game, week in, week out, numerous seasons. How many times was it during the Wenger and Ferguson era that last season title races were this fun? Never, right? The champagne's out. Pep Guardiola and his coaching staff. I mean, the iconic photo now will be Pep Guardiola with Khaldun Mubarak. I mean, Khaldun Al Mubarak, Ferran Soriano, and Tikshiki Bagarestan. The ironic thing will be during that photo, this thing as well, Pep will actually be discussing the next transfer window. Pep will be discussing the Paqueta transfer with Tixiki Bagaristan and Ferran Soriano. That is the mentality that has made this club what it is. When I say special mention to Ortega, man, Ortega has been in all of the important moments this season. The Spurs, this thing, the Crystal Palace when we were 1-0 down or so. Rodri back passes to Maketa and Ortega somehow gets to the ball and kicks it out. The save from Ortega today as well. Great shot from Antonio. Stefan Ortega, I mean, what a wonderful goalkeeper. For me, Ortega and Ederson are in the top three goalkeepers in the league. For me, the top three goalkeepers in the league are Alisson or Ederson. You can make your choice. One or two, Alisson or Ederson will take. And three is Stefan Ortega for me. He's better than Raya, he's better than Ramsdale, he's better than. The ironic thing is, our second choice goalkeeper is better than the first choice goalkeepers of of both Arsenal and Man United. Gazam says, I think this will break Arsenal, just like Liverpool when it gets too close and you lose like this. It takes out a lot from you. That is true, Gautam. And you know what is the thing that will break Arsenal? The thing is, we have had a shit transfer window. Except from Josko Guardiola, that Josko Guardiola came good only in the second half of the season. Except from Josko Guardiola, apart from Josko Guardiola, who else? Who else did we? Who else did we bring in this transfer window? Matthews Nunes missed the season. Jeremy Doku last part of the 5-6 matches has been involved, but not as yet. So I think this transfer window has been absolutely shit for us, except Josko Guardiola, who's somehow grown in. I think until March, Josko Guardiola also was taking time to adjust in this failed transfer window. This season we had a shit transfer window, and also we did not have Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne hardly started 10 matches for us this season. I think 10-11 matches. No Kevin De Bruyne for the first half of the season. Shit transfer window. We missed Rodri a couple of times, couple of games. Kovacic was injured. Haaland was injured for 3 months, 2 to 3 months. Haaland's form has gone to shit. This was one of the worst seasons for us in the last 4-5 years. Guys, ये season कैसा लगा? This season actually seemed like वो लिवरपूल का सीजन था ना 18-19 के बाद जॉन स्टोन्स क्लियरेंस गोल के बाद 19-20 season when Laporte was injured and we just regressed. Liverpool won with 99 points. COVID wala season when we had a lot of injuries. This season somehow felt like that shit transfer window. KDB injured for more than half of the season. Nice signings, Breitner fit. Erling Haaland was injured for two or 3 months roughly. John Stones जाता है और friendly games में he was injury हो के आता है John Stones. Rodri couple of games suspended. I mean this season was not good for us. If this season was good for us, the points tally will be 95, 96. This season for me was almost that season where we won three trophies. I mean, where Liverpool stopped us from winning the third trophy, something like that, you know. But still, we got through this season. Kudos to Pep. Kudos to how we trusted Oscar Bob. Kudos to. I mean, Pep managed the season in a commendable way, to be honest. Gotham, this blue moon is running at the Etihad. May it run very long. When I may it run, sorry, may it run very long. Gotham, may it run very long. That was just a Titanic title left. Immortal तो हो गया आज. I mean, next, Gautam, next, what is your directive? You wanted to win a four-peat, it's done. What is your next directive? What is the next achievement for this club? Vinay says Pep owns PL. ओन क्या विनय रेंट को भी दे चुका है. पेप ओन्स एक पर रेंट को भी दे चुका है. वो क्या है कि वो 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 क्या है कि पेप रेंट को भी दे चुका है. और रेंट कौन पे कर रहा है मालूम? आर्सेनल और लिवरपूल. वो क्या है कि रेंट को देता है पेप पर रेंट लेता है ओनली टिल द लास्ट डे पेप जस्ट हाउस में आता है और खाली करवा देता है आर्सेनल और लिवरपूल को. दैट इज व्हाट पेप डज. पैसा भी कमाता है. He owns the PL, रेंट भी करता है, पैसा भी कमाता है उससे, and he just thrashes the tenants out on the last in the last sort of stretch in the last 2-3 months. Pep is just a genius. Football Greek says tears seeing of love the stream. Nervousness. Today there were butterflies from the last 2 days. Butterflies in my stomach. Everyone was mentioning the same thing. They had butterflies as well. When we scored 2-0, still it was nervousness. Still no one was ready to celebrate. Kudus brings one back. Arsenal scores 2-1. Sorry, 1-1. I mean, the worst period in this season for me was this break. आज का break जो था ना 45 minutes के बाद those half time पे that was the worst thing. I could not speak anything. Arsenal 1-1, एक goal and anything could happen. A set piece. They have people like James Ward-Prowse. That was the worst 10 minutes for me during the break time. Could not speak anything, and when that Southside goal went in, shock. It almost comes close to Son running through 1v1. Not as much, but lucky it was handball. वरना कुछ भी हो सकता था. Kadam says August 17, 2024 starts the new season. We will be there no matter what. I think Gautam, we are starting a week later because a lot of our stars will be in the Euros, but we will be there. We will be there. The community shield will be interesting. ये तो अब और ये हो रहा है. Community shield, FA Cup भी हम ही जीते, PL भी हम ही जीते. So it means that Arsenal, I mean, we have not won it, but in more likelihood than not, Arsenal will be playing the Community Shield again with us. This time, Pep will not take the Community Shield lightly as well. He will go for it. Football Greek says, well, let's keep the criticism for later. Let's enjoy the title charge today. Criticism to kuch na hai, Football Greeks. Criticism is not there at all for this beautiful team. Just the moments I'm telling, the emotions we went through. Criticism to kuch na hai. Four PLs in a row. You treble last season. Has there been a more decorated PL team? Invincible is what we will go for next season. If Leverkusen can do it, why can't we? Invincible next season. Arsenal went invincible in the PL. Let's go invincible in all competitions next season. And you know what would that mean? What would that mean? Quadruple is the target next season, guys. treble, four in a row. What is loading? Load क्या हो रहा है? Next sequence में क्या है? Quadruple, four in a row. Let us go for that, guys. Let us go for that. Gautam says, I think Grealish should be stopped. There is FA Cup final to be played. He might drink till Saturday. I mean, honestly, Gautam, Grealish might come drunk, still play and still score against United. Who does he have to play against? Johnny Evans, Casemiro. Nothing light against the United team, but a drunk Jack Grealish has more likelihood to score against United. A half sober Jack Grealish is more likely to score against Manchester United than a fully fit and focused Johnny Evans or Casemiro. That's how it is. Football Greek says, I think the next target invincibility in PL, the Golden Trophy. Football Greeks, we can do both. I think we can be invincible in all competitions next season. That would mean we get both the invincibles and the quadruple trophy as well. We need to bolster our squad and aim to retain the Carabao Cup as well next season. I mean, quadruple and invincibility are, I mean, double in the CL. But again, if you go invincible in all competitions next season, you more than likely win the quadruple as well, right? But again, let us enjoy the moment, guys. Let us enjoy the moment. They even kept that blue color over the Etihad Stadium. The Etihad Stadium is now engulfed in a cloud of blue. Suman says Oscar Bob goal was the turning point. Exactly, Suman. When Gary Neville was telling the same thing, Oscar Bob goal just changed everything. And for me, that Oscar Bob goal, like I mentioned before, Oscar Bob goal, Jack Grealish was sitting on the bench. Any mere mortal would have subbed on Jack Grealish. We needed a goal. It was just Pep Guardiola. I don't know what he saw in Oscar Bob that he subbed on Oscar Bob in front of Jack Grealish, and after that Oscar Bob didn't start many games to be honest. Pep picked that moment and put on Oscar Bob. That is ridiculous from Pep Guardiola. The way he reads the game. That too, he's put him against Trippier, who's an experienced fullback. The way Pep Guardiola reads the game is something else. Gautam says, I think now target should be crossing Arsenal's English titles tally. Invincibility, Gautam. Invincibility, yes, you're right. I think if we can aim for invincibility and all, we'll actually have a great chance of crossing the targets tally as well. I think we have titles tally. We have crossed Chelsea already. Next will be Arsenal's. I mean, Arsenal have one thing to hold on to now, the invincible crown. AFT, we have a podcast as well, the Invincibles podcast. Well, it will be funny if we go invincible, then I don't know what they will rename the podcast as. Spurs fans will be celebrating hard like us. They missed the Champions League, but why do they care? Arsenal, Arsenal have missed out on the PL trophy. Matthews Nunez. Wow, man. Matthews Nunez, John Stones, Jack Grealish, they're lifting the trophy. It's just so good to see. I mean, so good to see the younger players coming through. Oscar Bob and Rico Lewis. The path of Rico Lewis will be the one that will be more than exciting. Look at Jack Grealish. Did he open a YouTube channel? He's now doing vlogs. Guys, I think since we won the Champions League, Jack Grealish has been doing everything except football. He was drunk for a month and then he was injured for a while. Didn't play well. He's been sitting on the bench. He's been injured, sitting on the bench. Now he's doing vlogs. He was doing. I think Jack Grealish did more work for City TV than he's actually done on the football pitch this time. But again, I would take Jack Grealish over any other player who would. I mean, who is another player who Grealish was the main man at Villa. He's helped to win the treble last season. Exceptional. Had an exceptional season, though might not be visible in the assists and stuff. An exceptional season. Who is another player in the world who would be happy without showing any grumpiness, sitting on the bench, bringing that positive vibe in the dressing room, encouraging teammates, giving knowledge to young players. The personality of Jack Grealish is just something else. I think this team and the trophies we have won is Pep Guardiola, by the way, has won 33 titles, major titles, 12 league titles, 10 domestic cups, 4 UEFA Super Cups, 1 Club World Cup, and 3 Champions Leagues. I think it's 33 major trophies. But yeah, the best asset of this group of players is tight knit. They encourage each other. If I am on the bench, I don't wish bad on you. Ortega, so much talent on the bench. Didn't see a grumpy face once. Ederson, happy to be on the bench. Yes, he kicked out a bit against Spurs, but that was because he was frustrated on himself for that injury. But not a single grumpy face. Cancelo with the grumpy face was out. What would Joao Cancelo be feeling, by the way? What would Joao Cancelo be feeling, guys, right now? And honestly, I think Joao Cancelo going is has been a big turning point for us because we won. Pep had to solve that situation and he put a centre back there at full back. And then, we bought in Josko Guardiol. Josko Guardiol for me seems an upgrade on Joao Cancelo. His defensive work is next level and his attacking instincts, dribbling, everything is better than Cancelo. Crossing is the only one, maybe Cancelo comes out on top. But wonderful, wonderful. The close, the camaraderie of this group is just something else. No big egos at all. Together we fight has always been the motto of this club. Kevin De Bruyne didn't put a face when Phil Foden was starting over him. Foden didn't put a face when Foden was in form and Pep dropped him a few games. Foden didn't put a face when he was thrown on the wing and not getting in that central spot. Ake, Akanji, John Stones, one of the best centre backs in the world, was sitting on the bench for the last 4 5 games. The attitude of this group is just top notch. Football Crick says Pep next target should be Sir Alex, 13 league titles. I mean individually. Let's hope Football Cricks that Pep actually stays that long. Pep stays that long. That would just be amazing. That would just be something else if Pep stays that long. Honestly, I think people are saying even if Pep goes, where will he go? There was some fake rumor by the Arsenal fans spread that Pep might leave after the end of the season and all of that. The trophy left. Wow. Kevin De Bruyne, look at it, and Kyle Walker dancing. Wow. These are the moments why Kyle Walker did not leave. And again, what a decision by Kyle Walker as well, not to leave and stay here. Lifted, immortal. Kyle Walker will now go down as the best right back Premier League has ever seen, to be honest. Because he's been part of this team, the way he's contributed, his duels against Vinicius Jr., everything. I don't have any words as well right now. It's just nervous excitement, like you said. How are you feeling? Ask everyone, nervously excited. Everyone was nervously excited. That excitement is coming through now. That bloody excitement is coming through now. Wonderful, and we need to add 100 million. Sorry, 200 million, guys. 200 million on top of this. The Mahrez replacement. Well, we'll talk about all of that in another video, to be honest. But right now, just enjoy the moment. Just what I'm gonna do after this stream. I'm actually gonna go and see the Arsenal match first, Arsenal Everton, with commentary on, and then I'll look at the City and then I'll actually look at the City match. That is what I'm actually gonna do now. This is just superb. What a feeling! I just want to go out and shout in the night. What a feeling for City. Come on, City. Immortals. I think we can write there. Instead of treble winners, immortals. I think I can put another banner. Immortals. Just like we write formidables, immortals. We need to have a bus parade. We will have a bus parade, I think. We need to have a bus parade for this. Four-peat, never ever done. Wow. What a season, guys. What a roller coaster season. Must be boring for a United fan, but as a City fan, it ain't boring. It is never boring. Because as a City fan, tell me from the start of the season till this match, were you ever sure of winning the trophy? Were you ever sure that yes, the trophy is mine? In the last, except the Centurion season, in which season were you ever sure of winning the trophy, including this season? We were 3-1 up and still we were not sure of winning the trophy in the 89th minute. And some people call it boring. I feel it is exciting. Come on, City champions. Just enjoy the night, guys. Just enjoy the night. Jurgen Klopp's farewell they're showing. Klopp says goodbye. Again, respect to Klopp as well. His duels with Pep will be very iconic. Will be absolutely iconic. Respect to Klopp. He has actually brought our levels higher. Respect to Klopp, I would say. He's partially responsible for our levels, and the point tally is going this much higher. Again, just enjoy the moment, guys. Enjoy the trophy. Enjoy the trophy lift. Just go out in the night sky and just shout. Just enjoy the week. What a way to go into next week. What a good way to go into work, for example, or to start next week, whatever you're doing. Just enjoy it, guys, and see you all, guys, and take care. Come on, City, the immortals. We are the immortals. And just for the Arsenal fans, once more, when you strike the king, you better not miss. See you all, guys, and take care.